Hello, friends and foes, fays and fiends, and welcome to Quests and Chaos. My name is Alondra Heilman, aka Lady Bedivere, and tonight I shall be tallying the spit takes as your heist handler for keys from the Golden Vault. Tonight we are beginning our level 10 adventure party at Paliset Hall. But before we begin, as always, the Golden Vault is sponsored by the Deck of Inspiration. You can use these cards to grant your party fun boons. You can get your own at shop.questandchaos.com. And if you want to give your party fun and generally inconsequential but hilarious banes because they've made one too many dad jokes, you can also get the Deck of Uninspiration, which I'm saying out loud both to promote the product and also because I keep forgetting to have it on hand when people do shenanigans. But I have it tonight. Please check those out. They're a very good time. And speaking of a very good time with the Deck of Inspiration, our inspiration cards that we receive from our wonderful patrons work a little bit differently on Golden Vault because we function in a modular fashion instead of the traditional monthly. So what we decided to do is that the party from last week has decided to roll over their cards. We've shuffled everything back into the deck, and we will draw new cards for a new party for this new module. So you have 3 cards that will be coming to you from our wonderful patrons. A lot got actually used last week, which we're not always, this is not a heavy card using party here on the Golden Vault, but they came in clutch last time. So, Grant, you're new to the A or B?
Let's go with the little B.
All right, here you go.
Buzz. Buzz, buzz.
Let's see. Ooh. I have picked Vital Strike. May reroll any number of damage dice on a single attack or spell, although I must use the second roll.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Christy, A or B?
A. A. Boosted Bomb. As a bonus action, smash this ceramic sphere on the ground within 20 feet to create a fog cloud in a 20-foot sphere for 1 minute. Each creature within that sphere takes 1d4 force damage.
Nice.
Oppressive.
Joan, A or B?
Joan?
Gone? Slemma? What's your ship name?
Slemma. It's Slemma.
I was like, Slemma sounds gross. I'll go with the other one that sounds like a real name. But Slemma is funny.
Joan with a G?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joan.
Joan's interesting.
Joan. Okay.
Okay.
What do you want?
B?
B.
B. Yeah, you reach.
I can't.
Oh, Theo!
No, Theo!
Okay, you want to read it while I...
Yeah.
My snake.
Guiding light. You ask for a guiding light from the gods. For a moment, you see a faint glow in the direction of your stated goal, and you sense an estimate of how far away it is. Go to the light, adventurer.
No.
I love this
No, I know,
one.
but no.
That's like the opposite of what you're supposed to do. All right. Wonderful. Thank you.
Have we ever pulled any of these?
I think we did have Guiding
we've
Light
had-
before.
Guiding Light we had in Fandelver.
That's what it was.
I was
And,
just saying, we've definitely had Guiding Light before on the channel, because I think we've gotten that one in other campaigns. But I don't know if Vault has ever gotten. This is some new ones for Vault,
Yeah.
which is very fun. I am really bad at shuffling the cards, so unfortunately, sometimes we see a lot of the same cards over and over because I'm bad at shuffling, or I forget to shuffle and just put them on the top. Oops. Anyway, thank you all to our wonderful patrons who have ruined cards. We are currently at, for our Tavern Upkeep, 69%.
Nice.
All of your bits and coins and patron dollars go to keeping the lights on and allowing us to create programming like this, and we really appreciate it. Thank you all. And now, I think it's time to, surprisingly for the beginning of a new module, get into a little recap. In a rare moment, for the top of a new module, we open on the party only moments after they have returned from their previous mission. Huey Crowarrow, beloved barbarian, has been sitting at the bar of the Scholar's Quill chatting with our beleaguered bartender cum handler, Dave, when they were suddenly interrupted by the landing of a plane shift, which dropped a very queasy collection of Stuart, Gemma, Sloane, Taz, and Devon into the middle of the bar. As the group began to make their way back to the ubiquitous back room, One final interruption appeared in the form of Hyacinth, our beloved eldritch rabbit. Hyacinth finally spoke fully to his loyal acolyte Devon through their psychic link, and the two left to discuss whether Devon would return to the astral sea as he has so longed to do, or remain on the material plane to pursue his butter barony. As they exit the bar, you knew I wasn't going to let it die, right?
No.
Never.
As they make their way happily out of the bar, Dave is waving everyone into the back room, catches your eye, Huey, and kind of gives you a, like, come on in. Ushers you in and closes you into the quiet of your... the closest thing you guys have ever had to an HQ, this, like, unused banquet room in the student bar that, as far as you can tell, has never been used for anything other than your meetings. Dave closes the door and looks at all of you, probably hands out some Kleenex and some glasses of water. Goes, so went that good, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it could have been worse,
That's
for
true.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we did wind up doing things the hard way, but it was also then the fast way.
You're not wrong.
Just starts counting gold. That's fine.
And how much of that gold's going to repairing this?
the floor. I'm sure you just mop it. It's fine.
We can do some prestidigitation and then some lesser restoration and just get the wood varnish going again. It's a modified spell. Don't worry about it. It's a. Everybody's kind of staring at me in a way that's making me mildly concerned that there's something you aren't telling me.
Well, I mean, the person was just like you. I mean, looked just like you.
We met Dollar Store Dave.
Sorry?
Gemma, do you want to take this one?
Do I want to? Yeah, so the guy in the cell was you, but not you.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
And I know we had a conversation before we left, but maybe that should have been part of the conversation before.
I was really hoping that he wasn't doing that anymore, and apparently that
Using
was...
your face?
Yeah.
But that means you know who the stranger was all this time.
I mean, you all know as much as I do, in the sense that you know that he is the best con artist in the multiverse. Has a lot of different identities.
Okay, but like you knew that he was potentially using your face, which implies somewhat more of a story.
Or maybe you were using his face.
Oh, shit.
I don't roll like that. I run a bar. That's what I do. I run a bar, and sometimes now I contract for the Golden Vault, where I also do technically run the bar, but in addition to other paperwork-based duties.
You run the bar at Golden Vault?
Yeah, they've got a bar in the head offices. Only like the high-level execs
Taz,
are allowed to use it.
Did you to that?
Yeah.
Have
I
you-
mean, Dave runs every bar. We all know this.
Do
Shut
I?
Did we not all know this?
You
I mean,
place at a bar.
Yeah. But everyone can hire me, usually yours.
Yeah, where Dave also works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a 10-bar at
Yeah.
the Black Rose. Now
Yeah.
we're a franchise here of the Black Rose.
Yes.
2 bars is hardly every bar.
Oh, I mean, I've seen Dave in other bars.
You definitely saw him at whatever we decided was Pina Colada Burg. They just straight up steal that one.
Oh,
He was definitely there as well.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Like lots of bars.
How do we know that Discount Dave isn't this Dave right here? Instead, Discount Dave is using Dave's space to look like Discount Dave. Look like...
I seriously doubt that because Discount
Oh,
Dave,
he got up.
Diet Dave, was kind of a tool. He was kind of a tool.
Okay, good. That simplifies things because I think I made my brain hurt.
Yeah, I would say all the Daves I've seen at a bar kind of are the same guy. Like occasionally the uniform changes because like the Pina Colada place, we do have a very strict. There's a strict must
Yeah,
have.
you've got to have the
pineapple
Aloha
motif.
shirts.
Yeah,
That is a hard rule.
but this guy was just like growly and the hat and the like smile. Didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave's smiling. That sounds weird.
Yeah, it was creepy.
Anyway,
Yeah.
So, okay, well,
So,
that's...
I mean, what's happening? Like, really, what is happening with this whole scenario?
Why these? Why? That's it. Why?
There may have been a time in my life when I did not run a bar and I did some other things. And during that time in my life, I may have unfortunately crossed paths with a stranger. And it sounds like I didn't fare as well as the rest of you did. And he got something from me, a name. And now that he has that name, he can do kind of whatever he wants, because I need him to not share that name with anyone else. So sometimes it sounds like, this is not the first time I've heard of this, it's the first time I've heard of it directly from anybody else I knew, but I have heard before of reports of me committing, various acts of larceny and other criminal activity that is not something I normally participate in, and I can only assume it is because he is using my persona. You guys disguise self all the time. You see somebody, you spend a bunch of time studying them, and then you take on their persona. You've done it before for the vault, right? Like, I assume it's a really, unfortunately, aggressive and distracting version of that. And I can't do anything about stopping him, because if I do, he's gonna tell some people a thing I need them to not know. So.
What people?
I did not always work for the Vault, and I need them to not know who I did work for before I worked for them. Let's just say that there are some very high-ranking generals in the Hells that would be really excited to know where I am.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And I'd love for them to not. Personally, I like working at a bar. It's simple. It's straightforward. I make drinks. I shoo cultists out when they get too unruly. I help students study their homework. It's simple. It's low-key.
It's also not very metal.
It is not very metal. That is correct.
Not everybody's ready for metal.
Someday.
There's nobody else out there that's potentially got. I mean, just it would have been good to get a heads up that maybe someone had your face, even if.
Truth be told, I didn't think it would come up, because why would he have any reason to know that you guys know me? Why would he be using my face for this job?
If it is a possibility that you're in like the Rolodex of faces, even if it wasn't us. We needed to know. It's not so much about what he's doing, it's about how we get information that we could use to keep us safe.
Fair.
And not confused in the middle of
Fair.
a fight.
Fair. No, that's a good point.
There also just generally wasn't a whole lot of information on this particular job. I feel like every time we get a job from the Golden Vault, we know why we're getting the job. We know who took whatever it is and what we're reclaiming and why. And I think it's very easy for us generally to see, like, the morality of the situation. But I'm a little iffy on what's going on here. Now we've put ourselves at risk, and we have 3 names that we probably shouldn't have. That I feel very uncomfortable having. Like, I want to go see somebody to wipe my short-term memory. Like, I don't want to have this anymore.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Dave's right there.
But I don't want to know. but I want to know, like, I went on the job and I didn't feel comfortable going on the job, and I did it anyway. I don't know why these names, why this. I feel like the morality is unclear.
I don't know. I was told nothing about this job until you all. I got the boxes. We already talked about the fact that it was too many boxes. You all have boxes. You shouldn't need new boxes. You should get keys that fit with the boxes you already have. And instead, you all got boxes and keys. That's not normal. That's not how the vault normally operates.
So do we know that this is actually a vault job? Did we just do a job for somebody else?
It's a good question.
What was the name of those stupid people at the card?
Steel.
Steel.
There was an agent of steel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He blew himself up. It's fine.
We
And cast Fireball like 3 times on himself.
Very actively trying to catch us in a fireball. I think the last one was cast like he just had given up.
Yeah, Steel. I'm not gonna say that they are the most if you fail, don't come back gang of all the gangs that we have come across, but they're pretty high up there. They do not really. Failure is not really an option, but they're in a more like go down trying way, whereas like Silverfingers is a lot more like come back and face your punishment sort of vibe.
I guess my question is, have you had contact with anyone from the vault proper since Priscilla poofed?
I mean, I've gone up to HQ a couple of times to try to like look into some paperwork on the back end, trying to find out about your mom, about your mentor, but I haven't seen anybody while I was there. I mean, I'm literally like hopping into the archives and then bopping back. I'm not checking in with anybody up there because I don't want them knowing that I'm snooping around in the back end. So I haven't really seen anyone, and I get messages about as efficiently as you do. Stuff just shows up on my nightstand or in my pockets or on top of the crates out back when I go to bring the beer in.
Do we have any way of contacting the Golden Vault?
Every means we've got is what you guys already have. It's the business cards, it's the keys, it's the boxes. And if we don't think the boxes are coming from the vault, that means somebody else has figured out how to hack their method of transit and is intercepting and putting their own devices into the Golden Vault's channels. Which means the vault may be compromised.
Yeah.
Not the first time we've considered that, but
This is all really above my pay grade. Very, very far above my pay grade.
There's a lot going on here. Like, Priscilla missing, a lot of people. The whole Golden Vault thing's weird. It's weird.
everything's been weird since the Silverfingers job.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it was them, but, you know, people got kidnapped. We've had a bunch of people missing since. I haven't been able to track down any of them. And I'm not saying I'm necessarily, like... I am not all-knowing and all-powerful, to be clear. That is not within my purview. But, like, I know a lot of people in a lot of places, because that's what bartenders do. And I haven't been able to find traces of half of them.
So we have genuinely no trace of so many of these people, and also this weird request for very dangerous things that we just succeeded in acquiring. And we don't know who we're turning. I mean,
So you did get them. No, I was just clarifying.
No.
Yep.
That we did survive a task and return home, regardless of what the outcome of success was. So maybe if we had succeeded, we sit on that for now until we figure out who sent us that request and what they intend
I
to
mean,
do
they're
with
gonna
the
make
information.
themselves known at some point, right? Like,
Yeah.
How are we saying, for the sake of argument, if we did get the names, how did the Golden Vault expect us to communicate those names?
I assume they're gonna send somebody to collect them. That's not the sort of thing that you just write down on a piece of paper and put in an envelope and send off to the contact. That's they're gonna send somebody face to face and
Yeah.
make you repeat them.
What?
Probably all of you, to make sure that you're not making shit up.
All right, I'm gonna pull a ripcord here. I've got contacts in the launch, and I'm gonna go knock some heads or knock on some doors, and see what I can come up. And I'm gonna take you two guys with me, and I pull out two. Let's see, I pull out a priest and a cult fanatic.
What are
Good.
their names?
Bob and Bob 2.
A guy in a zoot suit and a guy in a zoot suit, but with a priest's collar, both get dumped out of the bag.
Woo, what cult are you a part of? I want to be in it.
Hey, do you know where our buddy went? We were in the middle of a hand of gin rummy and he disappeared.
He definitely came back
Yeah. He'll be in a
us
bag some point.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was, maybe he's out there cleaning up the vomit.
Yeah, that might be it. He needed a new job since we took the old one.
Yeah.
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 Right. Well, boss, where do you want us?
Follow me. We're going to go talk to the watch.
Okay.
Woo!
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Stuart.
Let's do it!
Be safe.
Don't die.
And with that, Stuart and his cultists take off.
Does this count as a Thomas getting up from the table?
No, this does not.
Dang
It
it.
should.
That was Stuart getting
This
up
is-
from the table.
This is the ultimate Thomas gets up from the table.
Thomas gets up and leaves the building.
I don't know what you want.
Can't imagine what
Oh, you gotta pass notes.
super vintage is gonna be
Sorry.
going on.
Yeah, Stuart takes off to go look into some things. What are the rest of you going to do?
Clean up and take a nap.
Oh yeah, I guess as Stuart opens the door, you do see that the remaining cultist did have on an apron over his zoot suit and was helping mop the floor.
Oh, good.
Excellent. Very
Gotta be
good.
proactive. Gotta appreciate that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the last place he was, he didn't really see for a long time because he was in darkness. So he just kind of got really brought into this world in the most confusing way possible. So I assume giving him a task really makes him feel a little bit better about life.
I have so many questions about what exactly happened on this mission, but I respect that you guys maybe not want to tell me things right now.
A train. Or we saw some planets.
We learned a lot
Planet
about
learned-
Bland.
metal bland.
We attended a math car.
Mechanist?
Mechanist. That's the one.
That's not a thing at all. Metal bland? Where did that come from, Taz?
I didn't take notes on like what we were learning in the planetarium. I was looking.
The planetarium.
Yeah, see, this is how many notes I did not take. I was looking for escape routes, convenient storage locations. I was scoping the room. I wasn't like listening to the thing.
Okay.
Sorry.
We tried to steal a tiny conductor's hat for Theo, but then we got caught.
Okay.
It did not go well.
Must have been a really awesome hat.
It
It was
was
very,
very
cute.
cute. It would have looked
He
really
looks
great
great.
on his little head. I'm gonna make it one.
Make it one.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
New business idea.
Mm.
A
Tiny
line
conductor
of
hats.
snake heads.
I like it.
Just fashion hats that are for snakes only. No other tiny creature can wear them except for snakes.
Is that like an attunement situation?
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna have to be.
Yeah, totally. Let's see. There was water. Devin got arrested.
Yeah. Devin really, oddly enough, given not a major participant in the actual fighty-fightiness, kind of really the linchpin to the whole plan.
The planar jumping did give me an idea for a pair of boots that I'm gonna go tinker with later, probably.
There was a murder.
Yeah.
I mean, technically there was a couple murders, but
I mean,
what
you
happened
mentioned that there
before we
was
got
a-
there?
Attempted murder.
Was it the steel guy?
Oh, well, the steel guy did not
Yeah, he-
succeed in making it off the train because he fired.
Yeah, no, I caught that.
things.
No,
Yeah.
I did.
he
commit
murdered a
murder?
guy on the train. What was his
No,
name?
I don't.
again?
I still don't think he actually did it.
I don't
think
know.
It was that construct.
No.
No. That construct had some fishy stuff going on.
I maintain the inspector did it.
What is his name?
He's just drumming up
I'm just saying,
business.
based on the traces of magic.
Inspector Ignatius Inkblot.
Yeah, criminal.
Criminal
I've heard
detective.
of that guy.
Criminal
The
mastermind.
guy who died, his name
Detective.
was Quintus Malvesh.
Oh yeah, he's a map guy.
Yeah.
What
Sloan's
was?
Was
Yeah.
gonna, Sloan's gonna
Rip.
pull out the maps that were not burned
Yes.
because they're somehow magical. Yeah, I got all these maps.
Oh,
Off of the body.
I'm not going
Sorry.
to question your methods.
It's a little morbid. I'm sorry.
We were solving a murder. We
Yeah,
had
no,
to- yeah.
I have done worse for less.
Yeah. This was actually like legitimate. weirdly enough.
So, yeah.
I don't know.
anyway.
I was in the fence.
So, has anybody gotten contact for a rendezvous? Because
No.
Nope.
the way these things operate, somebody's gonna come try to get whatever you got, find out what you got, which means you're probably gonna end up with a business card in your pocket or something at your door at some point.
I don't like that.
And it's increasingly seeming like maybe you don't want to answer that.
I think that is something we will deal with when it happens, but for the most part, we're in code of silence mode.
I think if we're getting a contact from the vault, I want to ask them some serious questions, but I don't know if they're going to answer them.
So, if you do need a bit of a distraction from this whole thing, I may or may not have somebody just kind of pass the time, as it were.
Okay.
A buddy of mine that I work with, really awesome satyr dude named Feifel. A little short, a little mousy, but, pretty cool overall. Apparently there's been some weird going on at their home place, and he's a little concerned about his wife.
His employer's wife. His employer's concerned about his wife.
Yes. The employer is concerned about his wife. So anyway, with permission granted, so nothing shady here. I hope not. We kind of led into shady things before without knowing it's shady. That's probably fine. But anyway, they just need to kind of go in during a little ball going on and just steal something little under the covers.
Like a party?
Yes, a party ball.
Party does sound nice.
I mean, yeah, we get to dance and steal stuff. What's more fun than that?
I mean, I haven't worked on my pickpocketing skills in a while. That could just be...
You literally were just.
I suddenly...
No, that was in practice. Hands you back here.
Hands you the hair bracelet
Yeah.
that you took off of Stuart.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can keep that if you want.
Oh, okay.
It's just my
yeah.
hair.
Yeah, no, I mean, it doesn't wick me out, but it was nice seeing as last time I was the only one that couldn't communicate with anybody. So having this
You
would be
still can't
handy.
communicate, but I can talk to you.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we have earrings for that. I'm going to hand you an earring message.
If that becomes too much, though, teeth or fingernails can work as well. If that's easier to just have in a pocket, so make that work too.
This is probably not one of the moments when Taz is wearing her bone crown, so
Oh, tragedy.
you never know.
You could wear it to the party.
Yeah. I'm gonna have one earring that I hope matches.
Hey, mismatching is all the rage. Along with tiny snake hats.
I mean, tiny snake hats I will never argue with. That is an adorable idea.
Your friend Feifel, he was one who came to that open mic night, right?
Oh, yeah, he was the one that was kind of doing the weird little spoken word beat poetry thing.
Yeah. I chatted with him for a little bit. Seems like a dude.
A dude.
I was
Okay.
gonna apply an adjective to that, and then I couldn't think of an appropriate one. So it seems like a
So-
dude.
Person who exists.
Just a guy.
Just
So-
a guy. He's from the Feywilds, though, I think. So
Where is
we
this
chatted a little
ball?
bit about that. Oh, Ball's almost definitely in the Feywilds.
I've heard the parties there are crazy.
They got real good drugs. I can confirm that.
At least Gemma and I are on the same page.
Hey, you know what's great about the Feywild, I will say? Really hard for the Golden Vault to get a hold of you. It is one of the few places that they don't have a foothold because the Seelie and Unseelie Court do not hold consort with any gangs other than their own. So if you're looking for a place to lie low until we figure out what's going on with this whole True Name business, not a bad plan.
It is always a risk going to the place with no extradition.
But on the other hand, they can't pull you out either.
Just be like, are you still in the Feywild?
Dot. Nothing.
Oh no!
I'm sure it's just bad service.
In the
It's
Feywild,
really
it definitely is.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Your friend Feifel's boss's wife is missing?
It's acting weird.
Acting weird.
Yeah, she's, I don't know too much about the deeds. I just know that It's concerning enough for him to be concerned. Why he's concerned about his employer's wife, I have no idea. But, you know, it's something to be concerned about if he's concerned about someone who's else concerned.
Yeah.
You would also know that Pfeiffel's employer is incredibly rich and has offered to pay a lot for any team willing to do this.
Yes.
In case I didn't give that to you in the note, but
Fair.
you would just know, because...
I assumed it was implied.
Yeah, just wanted to confirm that from Voice
Yeah.
of God.
I mean,
Yeah.
we like money.
We do love money.
How much?
I don't know, I'm sure we can get a blank check.
Maybe you should go talk to the guy and ask?
Yeah.
Good blank check.
So, who's down for a job?
Yeah, I think.
I have a nap first?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little worse for wear over here, but
Yeah.
I can hook you
like
up
a
with
what?
the passage to one of the Feywild bars where, you know, you can set up a meetup
yeah.
with this guy, and then you can, you know, take a quick nap and then pop up, get the hell out of Dodge.
Sure.
I am going to quickly run back to my apartment and get my sharper knives. And
Yeah, that
then
seems fair.
I
will follow.
Yeah, I gotta do like.
Orphan maintenance?
No, please get that unlocked. I gotta do like maybe 20 minutes of tinkering and then I'll be ready.
You know, just it's like we've just barely started brunch service. Like, just come back this evening
Great.
once you've done what you need to do, and I'll have some sort of transport rigged for you.
Tight.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna sleep all day.
That's fair.
Excellent.
Cool.
Taz, you gonna get sharper knives?
Yeah, I mean, if we're going to take time, she's going to sharpen the already very sharp knives.
Yeah.
Cute.
You guys can all disperse in the standard rules of you've got time to pack your bags, grab any of your gear, sharpen your knives, tinker your infusions, take a nice solid nap.
Excellent.
Gemma, at some point,
Yeah.
probably about halfway through the period of time while you all are all at home, you do get a text message buzz.
Oh.
It is actually a response from Mother.
Whoa.
It is a photo of what looks like it's like a photo of like the dock that is attached to like a village. It's very clearly in the Feywild because it's a dock that's like over like a shimmering rainbow mirror lake, and there's like creepy multicolored like eerie mist tendrils that rise around everything. Very aesthetic and whatever. And it definitely looks to you. It is like if someone was like, you know, off at a distance, like watching this or whatever, and had sent a photo of that. It's a little bit kind of hazy and weird. And you think that this may be an image that she pulled from, she may be remote viewing this.
Gotcha. Okay.
There is no message with it. It is just the photo.
Okay. TW or TY.
Yeah.
Are you sending that as like letters, or are you just doing the like and adding the emoji in the corner?
No, it's a selfie. It's just like the little
Very good.
Sloane's gonna head back to the shop and tinker with the mithril chain that they found.
Yeah.
And do a couple of different things. I have to attune to it. That's why I'm saying it.
Yes.
I'm gonna make it armor of magical strength, where I can expend a charge to add my intelligence modifier to a strength check or a strength saving throw.
Nice.
Yo. And then I'm also gonna tinker with the boots because I have some thoughts about planar travel, and I'm gonna make the boots of the winding path. And I have to attune to that too. That's why I'm calling it out. As a bonus action, you can teleport up to 15 feet to an unoccupied space. You can see you must have occupied that space at some point during the current turn. So I'm doing both of those things.
It's the Uno reverse Misty Step.
Exactly.
Great. Yeah, you guys have time. I will say that you have time to take a long rest. So anybody who needs to get all of their stuff back after that really horrendous train fight.
Oh my god.
And yeah, you all meet back at the Scholar's Quill after you've done what you need to do, picked up any of your stuff, and Dave hands you a pendant. It's a pendant with like a kind of a shimmery purple stone on it. And he's like, this is kind of like a plane shift, but it only takes you to the Feywild and back. It should recharge once a day at dawn. That's going to get weird in the Feywild because sometimes they have like 3 dawns a day, depending on how spicy the Fey are feeling. But it should just, that if anything, it's better for you, right? Because it'll recharge more often. It's a one-way jump per, so if you use it, you'll be there for at least overnight, whatever night is.
Okay. Oh,
I don't mean that like it's scary. I just mean time's weird up there.
It is so fucked.
I forgot to ask. Is there a dress code for this party?
I mean, if there is, I'm sure there's like tailors and stuff that are probably gonna kit you out. The Fae love their fancy dress parties.
Cool.
So anything you don't have with you, I'm sure you can get.
Okay.
Did you at any point mention to Petey that you were going to a Feywild party?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Petey probably handed you an extra bag and was just like, here's some stuff just in case.
Oh, okay.
Just
Thanks.
take it with you. Just, I don't know. There's just some odds and ends I threw in there. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Tell me how it is.
Okay, I'll take pictures and stuff.
Yeah, have fun.
Okay.
Don't die.
I'm not planning on it.
Just say it. Just, sorry, is that not a thing we've said before? Hey, I love you. Don't die.
No, yeah, no, I know. I just think it's a party, and I figured who's gonna die at a party?
I mean, who was gonna die on a train?
Yeah, you're not wrong. I think I've just had a little bit too much of I'm about to die lately, so.
Yeah, no, that's fair. He takes up these two and hands you like the little like lunchbox full of like Cheez-It snack packs.
Oh, thanks. These look delicious.
Great, no problem. Now get going. You're gonna miss your train. Or your
Okay.
portal or you whatever. I don't know what it is you guys travel by.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. You were handed this pendant with the shimmery purple stone.
Do we just?
Yeah, basically, yeah. Just everybody staying close together. Jazz licks it.
Do we need to hold hands or something?
As you're asking that, everybody like mist swirls around you, and you find yourselves standing outside of, to everyone's shock and chagrin, a bar.
Whoa.
You are standing in a just beautiful little Feywild village. The sky above you is a glorious shade of orange. The grass is sort of rippling iridescent green and purple as the breeze gently flows through it. There are bright blue flowers on golden vines that are kind of twisting up around these houses that are very like whimsical fairy tale looking houses, making up this tiny little village next to this beautiful shimmering mirror-watered lake. And you see there is a little sign posted up kind of, along the path that you can see. It says, "Welcome to Loch Wynnis."
Loch Wynnis?
Loch Wynnis.
Wynnis.
L-O-C-K, Loch like lake. Wynnis, W-Y-N-N-I-S. There are a handful of people kind of milling about. You see, elves, Eladrin, fairies, satyrs, and also, a couple of orcs, a couple of dwarves. It seems like a fairly diverse group, although there's certainly a lean towards those denizens of the Feywilds that you would expect. A lot of Eladrin, a lot of fairies. And you're standing outside this little bar. It's called the Bar on the Loch.
Excellent.
And you're like, there's a certain amount of, yes, of course, Dave's, teleport key would go to the bar. But that's a perfectly good place to meet up with someone. We're going to say that you probably had a chance to send a message off to Fightful and be like, yeah, we'd love to, you've got his number. You can be like, yeah, we'd love to talk about business.
Just press 777 in the air.
Yeah.
Well, Huey, lead the way.
And that I shall.
That's
In fact,
terrifying.
Here's my good friend Feifel right over here.
And you see a satyr actually is walking up. I need you to just picture the absolute, like, Mr. Tumnus's nerdy younger brother. He's a satyr. He's got little spectacles. He has a way too long Doctor Who-esque stripedy scarf
Also
that is wrapped
played
up
by
too many
James
times.
McAvoy.
Also played by James McAvoy in the film version of this campaign. He walks up and he's just like, "Oh, Huey, good to see you."
Sloan.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was adorable.
No, it's okay. A lot of people aren't used to it.
Yeah, I can see that. Through
Hopefully you will be by the end of this meeting, or it's going to be a long night. He
Absolutely.
seems very unfazed. Come on in. Can I buy you a drink?
Sure.
Please.
Yes, please.
I'm keeping my drink down.
That sounds wonderful.
He ushers you into the bar. And goes up to the bartender, orders some drinks, and ushers you all over to like a big enough corner table where you all have.
I would like to
ample
pay
room.
for my own drink, please.
Sure.
Oh, that's probably. That's probably very rude, isn't it?
It's the Feywilds.
I've never.
I'm not doing any kind of transactional anything with anybody.
It's kind of fair. I mean, here in the Feywilds, black is east and up is white.
Okay, I'm gonna.
It gets a little weird around here.
Same thing, and I'm just gonna follow Gemma's lead on everything.
Taz pops out essentially like a little things that looks like a pack of Tums that are just like it's like a water purifier kinda, and just put one of those in your drink. Okay. These are homeopathic. She made them at home. Don't ask.
Yeah. Feifel does not seem offended if people want to pay for their own drinks, but he will pay
She
for
works at a
anyone's
bar.
drink.
She has.
Yeah.
So many things.
Surprise me.
Yeah. You get all of your various beautiful, like, rainbow-colored cocktails. Even if you order just, like, a plain ale, it is somehow just, like, really pretty and decorated. You take them all over, and as you're passing over to the corner booth, you notice someone at a nearby table who, Gemma, Sloan, and Huey, you all certainly recognize.
Oh.
Ooh, what are you doing?
As you pass by this table, you see a tall, purple-skinned tiefling, who some of you have been on some adventures with before. Verity is nursing their own drink in the corner of this bar. Verity, what are you doing in this bar this evening? Are you just having a drink?
in the Feywild.
You are in the Feywild.
Just hanging out. Definitely not in here on any assignments from patrons at all.
Yeah.
So.
Oh. You, I imagine you might be looking over, your very, very beautifully scripted invitation to check if there's any specific, like, weird rules about timing of
Oh yeah.
the ferry over or dress code or anything like that. And you look up
Yeah.
and you see some oddly familiar faces that you were not expecting to see here, of all places.
Oh, hey, old man.
What are you guys doing here?
Oh, Verity.
Y'all know some. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, this is Verity.
Hi, Verity. I'm Taz.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's going on, guys?
Okay, Verity's this awesome person we worked with before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna love him.
Oh, are you another vaulty person?
Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
I'm not here with the vault though. Are you guys here with the vault?
No.
We're on
We're-
vacation.
yeah, we're just chilling.
Cool.
Yeah,
So we're all just here on vacation then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
The satyr that they are with is kind of like leaning eyes and is just like, oh, hi, you can sit at our table if you want.
Sure. Yeah.
You're friends with them. That seems
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Yep. We're here on vacation to
Party.
party
Yeah.
with Feifel. Mm-hmm.
You said you've worked with them before, right?
Yes.
Oh.
A couple times. You with Sloan a couple times, and then once with these two.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit of business. I've got a job for them. We needed to find a party of exceptional individuals.
Yeah.
All right. Well, happy to help out if I can.
Yeah. The more the merrier.
Just like, this is the party. This is the exceptional party. This. Yes, Taz.
We came along. We've made our choices.
Look, I don't pass any judgment. Anybody who's taken work in the Feywilds, I get it. You're probably not here because you want to be.
I'm generally curious. I don't know anything about the Feywild, so.
It's
fine.
fucking weird, man.
It's fine.
It's fine, and it's fine weird.
From like a full-time resident.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Okay.
You all make your way over to the table. As you make your way over, we have 500 bits from Waterbearer 79 and 500 bits from Duke Fleeg.
Thank you, you're great.
Thank you all as the newest entrants to this party.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Wonderful. You all sit down with your beautiful, multicolored, potentially magical drinks. Anybody who wishes to can drop one of Taz's patented homeopathic tablets in. Let me know if you do not.
Oh no.
I do not.
Going in.
You do not.
Yeah, it's going in there.
Great. Okay, cool.
It's mechanically kind of like a vitamin C booster,
Yeah.
essentially.
It's like an emergency.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You all have a seat, and once you're settled in, Fife will kind of, takes a quick look around. Have to scroll up to find my flavor text.
I feel like
It's
Sloan
here.
just ordered a water, and it's a waterfall.
Yeah,
Right? It's just like,
yeah. There's like a tiny little rainbow at the top going.
how
across
do
the
you
top.
even drink this?
Is this one of those ones you got to drink from the other side of the
You
cup?
just like,
The backside, yeah.
Yeah, the backside of water.
Yeah.
I
It's one of the best parts of the Feywild.
Oh, you stick around long enough, I'll take you over to Schweitzer Falls. Beautiful this time of year. Once you all settle down, you see Fifel reaches up under the many layers of scarf. The scarf is so big, there's so much of it that it almost becomes like a sweater because of how many times they've had to kind of wrap around themselves. And they kind of like reach up under and pull out what looks like a scroll tube. You guys have definitely seen these before. They're used to transport scrolls and maps and things like that. Pulls it out, pops open, and like shakes a bunch of like papers and things out onto the table, kind of fusses around a little bit looking for the correct one, and finally finds like the appropriate message. And it's like, so I've been working for the Adulaires for some time now. They have the big manor over on the other side of the lake. If you look at the window, you can see it. Indeed, as you look over to the other side of this beautiful mirror-watered lake, there is this grand palatial estate that is over there. You would recognize that if, say, this hamlet is like sort of on like maybe the south end and that's up on the north end, the photo that you saw looks like it was probably taken from maybe like the West Bank somewhere, catching a little bit of both of these things in the frame.
Okay.
Fifel,
Chip, are you doing okay over there?
It's like,
You're praying a lot.
oh, sorry. Fifel reaches into a different like pocket of scarf and just slides you a couple of tablets and goes, and acid.
I'm okay, but thank you.
Sometimes the magic has a little bit of reflux if you're
Yes.
not used to it.
Yep.
So I've been working for the Adulaires for some time now, and my employer Eliphas is concerned about his wife Zorhana. Every year at the winter solstice. Well, year is a strong term, so is solstice. It sort of is whatever they decide it is because, the Sealigorts control the weather and the seasons and everything else. But they host a grand ball. It's tomorrow night, which I guess is tonight actually. depends on when sunset happens. But everyone's gathering here, ready for this grand party, and LFS is a little concerned that Zarhana is behaving weirdly. Maybe I should just read his letter. It might be better to hear it in his words.
Sure.
You want to fill this in for the sake of your ears and the tech booth. I will do this in Eliphas's voice. You're welcome. I, Eliphas Adular, have sent my esteemed messenger, Feifel Amberhoof, to lead you to the shores of Loch Wynnis, so you may cross with great haste. The winter solstice is nearly upon us, and I fear evil forces are as well. My wife, the Archmage Zorhana, has not been herself of late. I believe something or someone is controlling her through a magic diamond, which she acquired many years ago on one of her adventures. Zorhana had it fitted into a necklace, which she wears on special occasions. A few days ago, she removed the necklace from our vault and wore it during a dress fitting. Since then, she has been uncharacteristically cruel to the household staff. When I confronted her, she dismissed me out of hand, clutched the necklace, and uttered something in a dreadful language I've never heard her speak before. All her warmth is gone. When I look into her eyes, I see a cold and spiteful woman staring back at me. I want you to steal the necklace, which Zorhana now refuses to remove. I can't safely do it myself. Feifel will provide you with invitations to our Winter Solstice Gala at Paliset Hall. There will be other guests to distract Zorhana while you figure out a way to remove the necklace. Once we are rid of the necklace, Feifel will provide you with your reward.
So we just Ocean's 8 this, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Does that mean we need 3 more people?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Just checking.
We're usually pretty efficient. I mean, we're not gonna have to take out quite as many folks, I don't think. And one of us doesn't have to walk around being an aimless distraction.
No, there will be plenty of distractions at the party. There always are.
Yeah.
Hey.
He will kind of shake out this letter, and another little paper will fall from it, and he will slide that across to you guys. And on this paper is listed the terms of payment. Eliphas is offering you a rust-colored bag of tricks, a serpentine owl figurine of wondrous power, and a choice between a set of gauntlets of ogre power or a quiver of Alona. These are all powerful magical items. Bible will say that these are things that have were collected by Zorhana. They have a massive gallery of all the treasures she had collected in her past career as an adventurer.
I'm combing this thing with a going through this fine tooth comb, reading.
Yeah,
this
you
thing.
will look at the letter and look and see if there's anything sketchy or oddly specific.
What were the trinkets?
Or
again?
unspecific.
A rust-colored bag of tricks, a serpentine owl figurine of wondrous power, and either gauntlets of ogre power or a quiver of Alona.
Owl serpent.
Serpentine is the type of stone, and owl is the
Oh.
figurine. Because different stones and different animals do different things for a figurine of wondrous power.
Got it.
Calm down.
Does not want to be.
So excited to be here.
Not a fan of the Feywild.
Apparently not.
Dad, this feels like when I was in that weird ball thing. I can't gyroscope correctly.
I'm not gonna put you back in that weird ball thing. I
No,
promise.
it's fine. It's just I feel like my inner ear's off kilter, which is weird because I don't have ears.
That is very true, dear.
Do I have ears in the Feywild?
Maybe.
Am I alive in the Feywild, Mom?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Sloan has a sudden moment of existential crisis.
Just sits there for a moment like,
Theo also has a moment of existential crisis.
I don't think I can ever leave.
Just minor illusion, a little hat.
Feifel will then, once you've had a chance to kind of look at the note and everything, Feifel will say, I'm happy to answer any further questions you might have about the hall or the family or anything else that I know about. If you need help finding appropriate vestments for the party, I can point you to a great tailor in town. Or if you need any particular general sort of equipment, I don't know how heists work. That's not. I work in administration.
I was just about to ask what your job was.
I'm basically a secretary
For
Elephas.
oh, okay.
General household requirements and such.
Maps or anything? Locations of bathrooms?
Yes.
The vents.
Oh, we've got so many bathrooms, you wouldn't believe it.
Lundra's like, let me try. 17,
I was legitimately
17.
I was legitimately going to highlight them beforehand. And I forgot, so
I think it's funnier if you do it right.
here's a map. It's fairly. It's not necessarily to scale, but it's fairly accurate. The house. We're in the Feywilds, so sometimes the outside changes a little bit with illusion magic, but the inside mostly stays the same. There's a lot of bathrooms on the second floor, which I have marked for you.
Excellent.
I feel like we just showed up at a hotel and they're giving us the all right, this is where the dining room is, this is where your room is.
Anyway, you may have this. I have another one for the camera because I planned ahead for once in my life.
With all these bathrooms, I bet y'all feel like kids in a candy store.
We're gonna visit everyone.
It's got such a weird bathroom thing.
Submission, visit every bathroom.
Yeah.
I still don't understand where this came from, and I do not want to know.
Sometimes
there for
you
the
find
first one.
very good
I know.
information in bathrooms.
Or loot.
Or loot. People had a lot of things.
Hey,
like
didn't
yeah,
we
no.
find your earring in a toilet? I feel like we found
that. That one?
Yeah, that one. This one we did not find in the toilet.
Did you mix them up? I don't
Technically,
know.
it was the toilet tank. It wasn't the bowl.
Look,
Just to be clear.
Found plenty of wonderful
not
things
telling
hidden in
Tess
toilets.
that.
No, it's usually weapons, though. Sometimes cash, but it's usually you know.
Yeah.
I used to hide my Glock in the toilet. No one ever
wait.
thinks to look.
What's a Glock? Can I see
That was
one?
also my
Yeah.
question.
Oh, have you never heard of it's a specialized piece of Feywild technology that you use to cast long-range projectile spells.
I would love to examine that sometime.
Oh yeah,
That seems
maybe
right
after
up
the
your alley, so.
party I
Yeah.
can bring mine over and show it to you.
Perfect. Yes, I have some plans.
Amazing.
I'll show it to you.
You show me a Glock.
Buying Alondra until the end of the module to come up with all kinds of ridiculous acronyms for
And-
various Feywild
Yeah.
technologies.
And this is how guns were introduced to the material plane.
Possibly.
Yikes.
Anyway,
Are there any other questions that I can answer for you about the family or the space or anything like that?
What are her typical patterns at these parties?
She's a very social butterfly, and she's hosting, so usually she's all over the place, greeting all the guests. And sometimes they have card games set up in some of the rooms. There's a grand banquet. She sort of just floats around all over the place, sometimes literally, but I do mean that generally figuratively. I don't know that she has like a specific routine, but she will try to greet everyone and make herself pretty visible so that people can find her. It's about showing off.
Are there any special plan, like events or reveals happening at this party?
Not that I'm aware of, and I would probably be told because I would be helping plan the logistics.
If we really want to maybe really Ocean's 8 this, is she allergic to anything? And any sort of nausea, prone to any sort of illness or
Dermatitis.
headaches?
She
Any
is
medical
she
conditions?
is a Shadarkai, so she's a little bit light sensitive.
Ooh.
Okay.
She I think she takes something for it because she's been living in the Feywild so long that it's hard to be light sensitive in the Feywild.
Indeed.
But I've seen her, get extreme migraines if something sudden happens. So,
Does she happen to have affluenza?
oh yeah, Hugely so.
And lastly, what are some of the do's and don'ts at the party?
Don't drink anything. Don't eat anything.
That
Don't make
sounds
deals
very
with
boring.
anyone. Don't tell anyone
Yeah.
your name.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone anything about you.
Is it time for names again?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get to work.
Absolutely
Oh,
not
boy.
messing around in this. This is
Oh, boy.
This is fake ID city.
Just let me know what they are so I can make sure that the name on your invitation is the name on the guest list.
Oh,
Excellent.
I have
Great.
my invitation already.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, well, rip to you, buddy.
I'm sure there's some sort of protection that the Countess would have.
Oh yeah, no, like, Five will ask, is it under your own name?
I believe it's under the Countess.
Oh yes, you're very much covered.
Okay.
You see, Five looks like it's a flash of fear, not seemingly directed at Verity, but like when he says it's under the Countess, there's that little bit like, oh no, it's the look of, it's the did I leave the stove on, but it's the did I, make all the appropriate preparations for the Veep to show up.
What's the security as Sloan is pulling out some of the fake identities that they have and going through names? What's the security like at the party? Like and around what's a bucket? Like, do they have like bodyguards?
Dress code does allow for armor and ceremonial weapons to be presented as fashion pieces. So nothing, no check-ins of that sort. I think most of the security is going to be the magical systems of the household itself. Various, scrying and possible magic break spells for places where they don't want anyone coming in disguise or anything like that. GM is fairly certain that there's not set bodyguards in a super standard way, but there are members of the household who would be on alert if something seems sketchy. Like the staff, the household staff would be on alert, and if something seems sketchy, they would potentially intervene. I'm saying that because I don't remember anything specific in this module about like guards in particular.
They have a kind of standard like security office where someone's like watching, but they're not like on top of this lady.
Yeah. There's certainly like, you're in the Feywilds, it's this giant party that's full of like all of the big names are invited. Most of them don't come. It's mostly the like attention seeker set that comes because the actual like members of court are a little too high to be showing up to this. They get courtesy invitations anyway.
Hence why I'm here.
You're you are very much here.
The emissary.
Yes, as the representative of the Countess, who is not going to show up to this herself, but will send someone in her stead as a like, yes, thank you. But there are definitely like, we are in the Feywild, so probably some of the like, the butler, the valet, whoever may be like actually like tactically armed individuals in case something were to go down.
As far as staff goes, would they be hiring in additional staff, or is everyone already in-house?
I believe everyone is in-house or has already been hired through previous channels.
Okay.
I'm guessing that's everything then?
Sorry, I'm still trying to think of Taz's name. I'm stuck. I'm gonna get it. I got it.
Do you have any other questions about Zorhana or
I do have a question. Have you heard of someone named Adira?
Adira? Sounds familiar. I think they're on the guest list.
That was my understanding as well. Just
They're a friend of yours?
I'm interested in running into them at the party. But
I can check and see if they've RSVP'd.
okay.
Immediately starts shuffling through these papers that all got kind of depressing. Again, kind of looking for. They seem to know what all the papers are. It's just there's so many of them that there's a little bit of sorting that has to happen. they do eventually find one and go, yes, we do have a deer attending from Kalimshan.
Okay, good to know they'll be there.
If you'd like me to have a message given to them at the door that you're looking for them, I'm happy to do so. Or you can just find them on your own.
I think maybe I'll just run into them on my own.
Of course.
Is this a pretty normal guest list for this party? Is there anyone new or unusual?
I mean, several positions change every year because they're sent as emissaries on behalf of higher noble members. We have a few new names. Adira is one. There's a Nyx, a Caden, and a Verano, who are all new. Few others that I'm not sure about. I've worked for the family for years, but this is my first time handling the guest list specifically. I think normally Zorhana gives it to one of her ladies, but Eliphas is a little bit concerned and somehow persuaded them that I could take it on so they could focus on Zorhana's trousseau, or whatever you would call it.
Well then.
Sorry, could I ask a question? How have you all worked together before? Are you a regular adventuring party? I've always been very excited. I've always heard stories of Zorhana's adventuring days, and I've always wondered what it must be like.
Wait, she was an adventurer?
Oh yes, she was a very famous adventurer. That's how she got all her wealth. That's how she was able to buy property in the Feywilds without being attached to any of the noble families. Generally, you have to
like, a
marry
favorite-
in or be really popular.
Does she have like a favorite, sword or staff or something from those adventuring days? Like a wand? I'm figuring out what class she is. Does she
Violent.
pray a lot?
Does she pray a lot?
Pray a lot. Wait. Sorry, I'm finding the thing that would be the correct
Does she
thing
have
to
a
tell you.
temper?
I mean, she's uncharacteristically cruel.
Now.
I guess
Oh my god, where is it?
that makes me wonder. When they say uncharacteristically cruel, do they mean that she was kind before then cruel, or
Oh,
just...
she's always been very nice until maybe about a week ago, and now she's kind of a bitch.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I want to make sure it wasn't just like, okay, like, she kind of did some bad things, but now she's like really bad.
Is she a woman of a certain age? Because sometimes that just happens.
I mean, she is an elf, so of a certain age is relative, but I mean,
Very long time
she-
until you get to that
She
age.
had a very long adventuring career on the material plane before she came to the Feywilds to sort of retire, I guess it would be. She's not really one for praying that much, but she is magically acclimated.
You get to be after so many years in the field.
I mean, I don't. She probably has a focus, but I'm not sure if she's a book magic or a born with it. I think she's born with it, not positive.
Maybelline.
Yeah, I think it's a Maybelline situation. I've never really asked. She's always been very kind, but she is the boss and I am the help, so we don't really mingle. Eliphas is a lot more low key. He likes to just chill. He's sort of a tinkerer. He likes to make things, and sometimes he just invites me or some of the others in to just sit and hang out with him, have a beer, chat about his inventions. I think he's kind of lonely sometimes. He really liked adventuring. Zorhana is very into the sort of, being a retired celebrity, and I think Eliphas would rather be running around in the woods.
Okay, note this up. Talk to Eliphas.
Maybe talk about maintaining orphans together.
He has
The
a
phraseology of that.
it's a weird way of putting it, but he does go out of his way to try to hire folks who don't have other places to go and help get them training so that they can move on to better positions with more references. So did Zorhana until recently.
Okay. So, if we were to make ourselves known to Elephas, he might be willing to help. Does he have the same opinion of what is occurring with his wife?
No, he's the one who noticed it first, and he's the
Right.
one who wants to hire you. He'll have to be more discreet so that she doesn't catch on, because
Sure.
you know, that sort of like married bond thing where you can sort of sense when your spouse is up to something. Yeah, I mean, I can certainly sort of give him a discreet signal that you all are the group who's coming to help, and so that he knows you're not just being sketchy, that you're actually trying to do the thing he asked.
Yeah, so we, in theory, would have his support just if, like, push comes to shove. And
Oh, yes, no, he very much wants you to steal this
Great.
this necklace. It's you're not going to be able to miss it. It's called the Shard Solitaire. It's a how did he call it? A big ass fucking diamond.
Well, why didn't you say that in the first place?
Oh, sorry. I thought I let off at that. Sometimes I forget where I'm at in my notes.
You know, sometimes I struggle to take notes good and I just miss stuff.
Same. My ADHD has gotten a lot better since I switched my medication, but I'm still adjusting.
There's a shortage on that too, I've heard.
It's bad.
Well, people kept taking it as a weight loss drug.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Anyway, yeah, I just can't spell, so I'll get stuck in a word for a while, then just miss a whole paragraph.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I had a bad stutter when I was growing up.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Slot and Gemma just look at each other.
But the diamond that you're looking for, the Shard Solitaire, was one of the greatest scores that Lady Zorhana ever made as an adventurer, and so it's very valuable. She likes to show it off at the party. It's one of the only times it comes out of the vault.
Since it has a name, is this like an object of note in the world that Taz, noted jewel thief, might know?
You know, you, Taz, noted jewel thief, and
Like the heart
you,
of the
Sloan,
ocean.
noted worker with rocks and gems and things. And also you, Gemma, noted worker with rocks and gems and things, and also thief. There's a lot of crossover here. I'd say you also study history, and you're from the Feywild. I'll let everybody roll for this one. Everybody give me an Arcana check. While I buy a moment of time to double check which of this information is actually blatantly available.
I'm so happy you said history and then Arcana. Oh.
I'll let you roll under history. If anybody wants to use history
History's the
instead, if
same
history's
for
better,
Yeah,
then...
it's the same for me as well.
Okay, great. Either one.
It's better for me.
That was a 5 for Verity.
Great. 5. Daz.
17.
22.
22.
13 history.
19 history.
Great. Sorry, I'm double checking what knowledge is actually given to you, or is just generally known. Okay.
My tongue is so grumbly today.
This is so weird. Okay. Taz, Sloan, and Huey. I think everybody's heard of a Shard Solitaire diamond. I think for Gemma and Verity, it's you've heard of it, but you can't quite place
Siri,
it.
what's
You're
the-
a little bit distracted. You're a
Siri,
little
what's
bit
the Shard Solitaire?
Yeah.
Like little familiar that's a ball of light.
Yeah. Hey Siri. What? Yeah, I'm Googling. Why can't you have bigger thumbs than me? Why am I doing this? Forgot about your hilarious familiar. The rest of you, Huey, Sloan, and Tess, You all know that a shard solitaire diamond is generally a magically imbued gem. And usually they contain or are attached to extra dimensional pockets in some way. None of you would ever have come across one. They're extremely rare. They're incredibly valuable, and anybody who has one like hides and protects that shit. So I don't think any of you would ever have had an opportunity to interact with one, but you have like heard legends of these sort of, greatly powerful gems that are not only just inherently valuable in and of themselves, but have some sort of dimensional properties or extra dimensional properties that make them highly prized and highly sought after. They're definitely one of those things that many adventuring parties, like if your party ever gets the opportunity to try to steal one of these or go questing for one of these, you will take it. You may not all come back alive, but it'll be worth it for the story. It's kind of one of those sorts of things. So.
Okay. Well, that's okay. So he wants us to steal it and then do what with it? Just to be very clear.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I assume he's just playing a game of keep away.
I can do that.
Yes, quite well.
All directly in pocket.
Can I have my bracelet
Yes,
back?
you may. You
Thank you.
All he said to me was that he wants it far away from Paliset Hall. I imagine it's up to you all how best to do that. He thinks there's something wrong with it that's related to why she's suddenly such a different person.
So has she been wearing it more recently?
She put it on for the fitting and then wouldn't take it off. Normally
Okay,
it stays in the
just-
vault except for the two fittings and then
Right.
the night of the party, and she's been wearing it ever since and won't take it off.
Do you know which location it was where she originally got this item?
They have a secret vault. I don't know where that is.
No, I mean which adventure she was on.
She the story goes that she I do know. I just have to find it so I tell you the right thing.
Sloan has ordered another waterfall.
Yes.
And no, keep looking. I'm vamping. And
You would've invested.
is currently trying to drink the waterfall, not from the back, but from the front now. It just doesn't work. Like, what do they expect you to do? Just put your face in it?
Did you get a straw?
No.
Pfeifel reaches up into the scarf and produces a straw and offers it to you.
Oh, thanks.
I have a lot of
Hands you back the
pockets.
toilet earring.
I've always heard that she stole the gem from a coven.
That's not good. Okay.
Don't look at me.
As you sip your drinks and contemplate the terrifying nature of what that could mean, what any of this could mean, and start plotting your incredibly gorgeous outfits that I'm definitely going to make you all describe to get into this party.
boy.
I think this is where we are going to take a brief break. Everybody in the chat, please stick around. We're going to be back very, very soon once we refill some beverages and give everybody a chance to come up with their fit check. Stick around. Hello, friends and foes, fays and fiends. Welcome back to Quests and Chaos. We are in the middle of our first installment of the party at Paliset Hall. And our adventurers, who are taking a little low-key break from the Golden Vault, have made their way into the Feywilds, where they can lay low, but have also accepted a job from an old friend of Huey's, to steal a big-ass diamond from a wealthy ex-adventurer who seems to be having some strange behavioral shifts. You are currently, you've just gotten a bit of a debrief from Feifel. You have some time now before you need to catch your ferry over to the hall. The boat kind, although you're pretty sure it will be staffed by the winged humanoid kind.
Just curious.
Who knows? So you have a little bit of time to come up with your clothing. You may either rifle around in PT's wondrous wardrobe that he handed off to Sloan, or you can go to any of the local tailors. There's a couple little tailor shops in town.
I've got my glamour weave with me.
Yeah. If anybody wants to stay and just, like, drink in the bar, hang out, Feifel is free for a couple more hours to answer your questions. He is on business in prep for this evening under the guise from Elephas of having a chance to be able to help you with anything you need or answer any more questions. So if anybody wants to chat further with him, that is an option. You also have 500 more bits from Duke Fleet.
Wow, thank you, Your Grace.
So close.
Intentional overshot, and then I failed.
Not in the cup.
Wasn't in the cup, which was the
goal.
So
more cups now, too.
Yeah.
so many more cups. Ren's not even at the table.
Yes, we got cheeky eyes from the booth.
Yeah, no, Ren's in the booth where Faye may have as many cups as Faye wants. Because there's all the room. Anyway, does anybody want to do anything before?
Yeah, you guys should know my mom, not my mom, but like my other mom might be here somewhere, and like just
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
I want to know absolutely nothing about Mother, but just as like, is there a could that be a problem?
I mean, pending, I can't confirm, but pending diamond origins, maybe don't run off with that thing just in case. I can't guarantee. But until we know more.
Do you maybe want to ask? Is that something you can ask?
Want?
Do we?
Yes, Mother. Do you have a missing diamond from decades ago that you haven't told anyone about that maybe you're looking for?
Okay,
again? Like,
point taken.
Does Mother know you're here?
she knows. She definitely knows. Even if she doesn't know, she knows.
Yeah, but no, I should have figured that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no hiding anything.
Like complicated pieces of the lineage puzzle. It's
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
Would you all like to know your names?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
sure.
Okay, cool. So, you are Ambrose Belafonte, lounge singer extraordinaire. You played in the nichest of
That's true.
nichest of venues,
The best lies are good, close to the truth.
entertaining academics and connoisseurs alike.
I love it.
Excellent, that's great.
Connoisseurs of what?
It's intentionally
All right,
vague.
okay.
Yeah.
Of Ambrose.
Well, it's not a lie because you've entertained students at the bar
That's true.
and connoisseurs of alcohol
Yeah.
at the bar.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Taz's bar doesn't allow students, so you've entertained people who
Well,
are not students over
well,
there.
The students at the scholars
At the
quill.
Right, yeah, Taz's bar is not the scholarship.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're on the same
Students
page.
and non-students.
We're on the same
Students
page.
and
I was filling.
non-students. Yeah. we don't
yeah.
get a whole lot of educated type in my hometown.
Oh, I thought you
you
just banned them.
No. They have to keep the other business running.
No,
I
that's
do
right.
need some smart people for that.
Please continue.
That's all right. You two
Oh, God.
are Opal and Pearl, and nobody ever knows which is which.
Okie dokie.
You're models who only ever work together. It's in your contract. You have to work together. You're at every event together, particularly because nobody knows who's Opal and who's Pearl. You can decide amongst yourselves. That's fine.
Let's feel it out.
We can feel it out.
Moment by moment.
We could, yeah. Keep it fluid. Keep it loose.
I'm gonna at will look like Taz.
And that's why you always work together.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Great.
I am Ace Coyle. Talent acquisition extraordinaire. I'm your agent.
Beautiful.
That's Coyle with a K.
Oh, you're throwing me. Ace Quirrel.
Coyle.
Ace Coil.
Coyle.
Oh, sorry. I don't.
No, not like coily hair.
Oh, yeah. Well, slow it together. We've got a scoil. I didn't know which joke we were going for. It's okay. Ace Coil. Got it.
Yeah.
Fievel
Okay.
takes these names and just looks at you with like big wondrous eyes and just goes, "Wow, you guys are so good at this. I never would have been that imaginative to come up with such great fake names."
Yeah, I got told a lot of stories as a kid. It was my mentor would give me 3 things in whatever things that he would think of, and I would have to make up a story with those 3 things. And he always did it better than me, and I never knew how he did it. But you know, he would give me like a sock and a pencil and a broom, and I would make them all like talking sock and talking pencil and talking broom, but not this guy. No. He would like weave the story so that there were characters, but they weren't the items, and then suddenly there would be a broom, and somehow that broom would be like the key to the entire story. It was wild. It was really cool. Anyway, yeah. So we got our names, and you you could be Verity if you want. I could give you a silly name or a very serious cool name, but you're our sponsor.
Okay, that works.
Yeah? Are we all satisfied? Because I've got some other identities in here that I could pull out of the hat.
This works for me.
Excellent.
Great.
Yeah, great for me. I always wanted a manager.
Fabulous. You've got one now.
No. I think you might have acquired a real client.
Well, add that to my list of other businesses. Shady and or not. Anyway.
Great. I will make sure all of your names are appropriately added to the guest list before I turn it in and lock it down for the evening.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Fievel.
Of course. Is there anything else I can do for you, or anything else you want to chat about before I go on with my real fake business?
Well, I have a bag of clothes that we can dig through, but it might be good to know the name of a local tailor just in case.
If you just go down to the end of the block, you'll see a place with a needle and thread on the shingle. I don't know if they have a real name there, but the proprietor is just named Glitz.
That sounds fabulous.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Okay. Excellent. Anything else we need to know from Fievel?
I think that's pretty much it.
Okay.
All right. Well, good luck, everybody. I'll see you at the party.
Thanks, Fievel.
please make sure you're at the docks for the loading roughly on time. It will take a couple of trips, so if you miss the first one, it's okay. But if you're too late, it'll be suspicious.
Okay. By the way, things get hairy in there. You might need to rock out with your Glock out.
Oh yeah, I'm always packing at a party.
Yeah, we need to come back to that in a little bit, because I'd love to see the Glock.
Before you go, are there any areas that are off limits to guests at this party?
That is a great question. While everyone else recovers.
I'll do the business.
Yeah, no. Sorry, I have to quickly double check.
It's okay, I got it. We're good.
Generally everything on the ground floor is open and full. Up on the second floor, the balcony that looks down over the grand ballroom obviously is another kind of mingling, cocktail sipping area. The bedrooms that are up there are generally like the master bedroom, the main bedroom, is going to be closed off and not automatically welcome to guests. There is a guest bedroom up there that might be occupied. If it is not occupied, it may be kind of left open as sort of a like, you know, I need to go powder my nose, have a roll in the hay, whatever it is you need to do at a party. But if someone is staying there and it is occupied, then it may be off limits. I'm double checking. Anything else on the top floor?
And is there just a timeline of the evening? Like dinner's at 5, dancing at 6. What time is dessert served?
What time are the
Orgies at
drugs?
7.
Oh,
It's the
This is the Feywilds. The drugs are at the door.
Yeah, the drugs are a constant. I hate keeping track of time in D&D, so I'm going to say that it's sort of open buffet. It's the standard, like, there's little hors d'oeuvres and canapes that are going to be floating around. There's a big table. There are spaces where if you want to, like, sit down and eat, you can. It's a lot of little nibbles. There's a dessert bar.
Like a wedding
there's thing.
reception.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay.
Free-flowing alcohol, free-flowing drugs, probably a certain minor degree of free-flowing magic because it's the Feywild. And again, you know that this the guests who are going to be here are going to be a lot of either the elites or the wannabe elites. Like, this is definitely the sort of place where you're going to have a good mix of hangers-on, influencers, actual people of status who want to be seen here. And again, like, you've gotten the impression from Fievel and Verity, you know a little bit of this too, that, like, it really is a mixed bag. There have been years that, like, princes or princesses of the Seelie or Unseelie court have made an appearance, and everyone's like, holy crap, you know, and they just, like, show up out of nowhere. And then there's some years when, like, literally everybody there is there on behalf of somebody else. You know, everybody's, like, a cousin or a friend or a, you know, or even, like, a valet who is there on their master or mistress's behalf to, like, put in the appearance. Fievel will tell you that, like, there is a certain kind of threshold of numbers where there's, like, if enough people don't RSVP or something like that, they will send out additional invitations to, like, the next tier down, because they do want it to be a big bustling party regardless. So you know there's going to be a sizable crowd there regardless. You just don't yet know what the exact quality of the crowd is going to be based on the RSVPs. Fievel will kind of, you know, give you a little bit of stuff, but is going to not tell you everything because job security and, like, people security.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, so basically, everything's able. Fievel has given you the basement on this map because this was what was given to him by Eliphas. He will say the basement is basically just used as, like, storage and is not generally a place where people go. So it'll probably be locked off. And then the kitchen, you can get in there, but why would you want to? You're just going to be in the way. And then it's these kind of bedrooms. The study is a no-go. The main bedroom is a no-go. The guest bedroom, again, is a maybe, depending on if it is occupied either by someone staying there or just people using it.
copy that.
So, onward to the tailor then?
Do we want to dig through the bag first, see if there's anything we like? Before we go purchase things?
Yes.
Sure.
Have at it.
You all are able to dig through this bag. I am gonna say that unless you're looking for something like highly magically specialized, you can probably put together something from this bag. Petey has a good sense of who all of you are and what your fashion styles are, so he has pulled a variety of things that will suit all of you. And in that weird Petey way, everything seems to magically fit everyone somehow.
Not that I don't love Petey and these outfits, but I'm kind of curious about Glitz.
Yeah.
Do we just want to maybe take a little walk over there
pop
and see
in
what
for a
it's
little bit.
about?
Yeah.
Yeah, no harm in browsing for a little bit.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, absolutely. We will head over to Glitz.
Excellent. Thought I had a thing here.
That's okay.
There is an actual one in the module. I did not remember that there was a tailor in the module, so I made one up. That's fine. I can use the same stuff. I can just adjust it.
Cute.
It did technically say there were a couple. It's fine. You approach the tailor's shop. You recognize it by the, as suggested, the image on the shingle that is a needle, and a spool of thread or whatever. And as you approach, you hear from inside just like some bumping bass line.
Okay. Okay.
As you come up, it's got the door and the windows are all like propped open. At the moment, so as you get closer, you can hear that there's like this very good like EDM bass line that is going. And as you walk up and you pass by, you see a fairy about like 3 feet tall. Purple wings.
Theo got so excited.
Yeah. Very excited. Yeah. Purple wings, hair that is perfectly split down the middle. It is half pink, like flipped up into a side mohawk, and then half blue, like swept back and like pulled into a funky little like ponytail on that side or whatever. Vest with no shirt underneath, that bandoliers of what looks like sewing equipment strapped over it.
Oh my god.
Way too tight, very shiny pants happening. And you see that this hovering like about 6 inches off the ground, the wings are just like going like a hummingbird's would or whatever, flitting around these like 2 or 3 like mannequins and just like pinning and then sometimes just kind of like reaches up into the air and then just something like a bubble appears and then like attaches the bubble to the side of the thing. Very much not paying attention to you guys. Very engrossed in the jams and these fashion outfits.
Yeah. This is a good work.
Do you guys stay outside? Do you actually enter into the shop?
I'm gonna go in.
Yeah.
As soon as you guys cross the threshold, you see he spins around, looks at you, claps his hands. The music lowers to a like slightly more reasonable level.
Do you believe?
Hello, yes, you come to see Glitz.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
What can I do for you? What can Glitz do for you?
We are going to the party.
Yes,
Yeah.
party goers! Oh, late invitations? You are
Yeah.
coming to Glitz now. You need fashion, yes. Oh, yes, fashion icons, all of you. What it is you need? What do you look like? What do you wish to look like? You wish to be princess? You wish to be model? You wish to seduce the love of your life? How can Glitz help?
Well,
Yes.
these are 2 of my best
Strike pose.
models.
Beautiful,
All
amazing.
bullet girl.
Yes, perfect. I have everything for you. What colors are... No, you do not answer. I tell you what colors are your good colors. Let me go.
Color
Right
matching.
We have to sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're definitely not a spring.
No.
Flips around, like, seems to kind of, like, spin around you. You see him, he's, like, seems to be sizing you up in a, like, checking your measurements sort of way. Just like, yes, good. Oh, excellent. Oh, yes, and the hair and the eyes, everything. Perfect, beautiful. Sir, yes, I have perfect jacket for you. You wear a jacket, you will wear a jacket tonight. Even if you do not rock a jacket before, you rock a jacket now. You rock a jacket for Glitz.
Whatever fits, Glitz.
And you, yes, you want business, you want pleasure, you want a little bit of both.
A little bit of both, I think. I'm an inventor on the side, so.
Yes, movement and pockets. Understand. And you, good sir.
I've got my jacket already, but if you've got like some shoes,
We can do. You want to be taller, shorter, same height?
quieter.
Perfect. Yes. Everyone, stay here. You like music? Music up, music down.
Yeah.
Music up!
Claps his hands. Music rises back to the bumping level. He snaps his fingers. Bubble machines start coming from one side. Little laser lights from the other.
Hey.
Get a little mini rave going.
This would be really great with just a little bit of something.
You're really invested in this whole.
I pull out the endless hooch.
Yeah, there you go.
Glitz returns in a remarkably fast amount of time. Clocks out, goes, yes, good, better party with drugs, excellent. There you go. Hands you all a variety of things. For Taz and Gemma, you are basically handed like iridescent sort of like off-shoulder pantsuit situations. One of them seems to skew warmer colors and one of them seems to skew cooler colors in this kind of like iridescent way, but you also notice that they also then seem to shift. They're just never doing the same color palette, so it's always one or the other. Huey, you are handed a phenomenal, it is a one-sleeved jacket. It looks like it is perfectly designed to make sure that if you were to whip out your guitar, you've got like full range of motion. Crazy looking like magical patches on the back that sort of shift and ripple and keep changing imagery. And you notice that they sync to the beat of the music. Like the change seems to be based on the BPM of the song that is playing.
When you said it was only one sleeve, please tell me the name of this magical coat is Michael Jackson.
It is now. I didn't have a name for it, but it is now.
Amazing.
Sloan, you are presented with what looks like a really nicely tailored vest and jacket combo, but you can also tell that it has there's 45 pockets in this thing.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Verity, you are handed a pair of boots. They look like they've got that good amount of heel, but you can also just kind of tell that seems like it'll adjust to your comfort level. They're perfectly matched to your jacket with sort of a brocade sort of patterning on them.
Okay.
And if you slip them on, you are basically silent. It's got the heel, so you've got the look and the little bit of extension to show off the calves. Does not make the sound like you're wearing a heel.
Excellent.
Very nice.
You can choose to wear these, or you can describe your own fits as pulled from Petey's wondrous wardrobe. But
Just wondering if I can add a little bit of a flare, flare.
Here. Pulls a length of fabric, starts attaching a peplum.
Yes, thank you.
I'm Taz pulls out a skirt that was in the bag. She's like this, just a tie around. Big skirt, many pockets.
Yes. No, we can do many pockets. You want secret pockets? You want extra
Absolutely.
secret pockets? Extra secret pockets.
Yeah.
Cool. Also, we'll offer mostly the two of you, since you're the crazy looking harness situations that you can wear over these to give it that extra edginess. That you can also tell seem to have secret places where you can clip holsters and carabiners and add even more
You're
pockets.
secretly actually jumping compatible.
Oh, 1000%.
Great.
You're this is made of military grade webbing. I could rappel off the roof with this. Yeah.
These are amazing, Glitz. I'm just gonna pull out some gold and I don't know, some insane amount of gold.
Glitz would ask for 20 gold if you're taking a full outfit. If you're only taking a single component of something, that's only 5. Or he will tailor anything that you have with you that you want modified with magic or otherwise for 5.
Right.
So. You guys have so much fucking money. I'm just gonna let you do that math yourself.
I think the only thing that I want to adjust on Sloane's outfit is having spots in the suit jacket where their infiltrator armor is visible.
Oh, sure.
I think hearing that what's his bucket is a tinkerer they really want to like show off that to maybe connect with them a little
Glitz will
more.
absolutely do like the cutaways version to show off the coolest parts of your armor, but make it all look like it's one integrated outfit.
Amazing.
There's a lot of like strappy cutout, stuff happening just with everybody's outfits generally. Not so much Verity's shoes, but that
All
Verity's
cutouts.
I mean, Verity's fit already had that like Feywild magic, like it's way too perfectly tailored vibe going anyway. So
Yeah, it's like a kind of midnight purple coat. It's got some tarot motif stitched into the bottom, the bottom half of it.
Siri climbs into the pocket and will glow various colors if you want little extra flair.
Amazing.
Siri also bumping with the beat.
Yeah, it's like being an idol concert where the fan sticks sync up to the music. 1000%.
Amazing.
Cool. Anything else in town?
Oh, Glitz, you wouldn't have happened to... Please hold.
Yep.
Nah. You wouldn't have happened to work on the Lady of the Manor's costume for the evening? Any hints at what it might be?
A gentleman never tells, but I will tell you, it is Glitz's finest achievement.
I'm
Beautiful. Please, tell me what you think. Unless you do not like it, in which case you can fuck off. But if you like it, come back, tell me what you think.
sure. Yeah. What's your impression of her? Like, I've never met her before. I'm very excited.
I have no impression. She paid me so much money, I do whatever she wants.
Sure.
Look, Glitz is an artist. Glitz also sometimes has to just make money in order to feed the artistry, yes?
Of course. Absolutely. I'm all about that, making the money.
Someday, the lady's husband will let me design custom suit to fit giant frame. He is he is not into fashion the way his wife is into fashion, so Glitz has not had opportunity to dress him yet. But someday Glitz will convince him, and then they shall be beautifully matched.
Glitz, do you have any locations on the material plane?
I have an apprentice who started satellite operation down on Sword Coast. Glitz does not visit there very often, but sometimes we, get coffee and then I offer advice. Less magical down there. Mortals get very wigged out by magically changing
fair.
clothing.
Yeah, unfortunately. He is brilliant. I've never seen anything like it.
Thank you. Glitz is artist. May I offer you a free bump to go?
Hell yeah!
Like holds out hand, absolutely some sort of like fairy cocaine on it.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
I'm all right.
thank you.
I meant a bump of booze.
I can do that too. You want booze? I have alcohol. Reaches
That I can
behind
buy.
the counter, pulls out a flask of some sort of like iridescent, glittery looking liquid, pours a row of shots, offers them around. To excellent party and fashion.
Fashion.
Fashion!
Yeah.
Definitely taking my lead off of the people who know more about the Feywild than I do.
Oh, I don't know anything about the Feywild.
Yeah.
Do you drink it?
It'd be rude if I didn't.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's real
That's fair. No, that's totally
over
fair.
shoulder.
I may need you to roll for something. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
How the fun begins.
Oh boy.
This is where you turn into a donkey, and the night gets real fun.
I gotta.
Yeah, my character really was a
oh man,
jackass.
I wasn't. Again, in a classic blunder on my part. Never get into a land war in Asia, and never don't pull up your homebrew items when you're in the Feywild, because I should have known this particular one was going to come up. Where did you hide them? D&D Beyond. Where did you hide them? There we go. My homebrew collection. Because I definitely have something for this.
This really was the perfect dice for this moment.
I kind of want to ask Glitz about the whole necklace incident, but I'm not sure how to go about doing that.
Just ask about the diamond.
Please roll me a d12.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Try that again.
Did it land on other dice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got an 8.
10, 8. Beautiful. You take this shot and you immediately feel your stomach sour a little bit. Like it tastes good going down. You're just very, very queasy now.
Doing okay over there, Huey?
Yep, never better.
Okay.
Glitz, do you have much experience in accessorizing?
Does Glitz have experience in accessorizing? Glitz can do anything related to fashion. What do you wish Glitz to do?
I've got this I just like pull out, like dig through my bag and find just like a random necklace
Yeah.
that we've
Yeah.
worked on and been like, something in
Yeah.
go with.
Yes, it's beautiful piece. Yes,
That's-
wish.
How would you do you design around like the piece, or do you?
Glitz can design around whatever you want. I can design outfit for piece. I can reconfigure piece for outfit. For you, I think for this necklace, no good. Ruins the line of dress.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you, this I think crossbody strap harness. Yes, with gems set in center.
Yes, I like that a lot. Yeah.
You wish?
Yeah.
You need matching?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. We do everything together.
Yeah, I knew it.
Do you set jewelry often? Like set the gems themselves?
I dabble. I normally outsource when I have more time. For something like this, I can do it into fabric setting, still very secure. If needing heavy metal work, I normally outsource days before.
A little bit of a sensitive question for us. Have you had experience with gems that might be more than just a gem?
Oh, Glitz work with cursed gems all the time. That is why I Glitz outsourced to associate, has high level ability to work with cursed gems. Currently, very booked up because of party.
Would you, for future,
I can give you contact information
That
for
would
him.
be-
He books out very far in advance.
the best usually do?
He will go behind the counter. You definitely hear him snort probably another bump of fairy coke, and then pops up and hands you a couple of copies of a business card for some Feywild jeweler that apparently it says straight on the card, like specializes in foci, magical and cursed gems.
Beautiful.
Very good. And Sloan will pull out a card that has the name Ace Coil on
Yeah.
it. Talent representative. If you are ever looking to show your pieces in the material realm, or you want to organize a fashion show here in the Feywild, please get in touch. I am a talent manager, and you are extremely talented.
Glitz, we'll keep you in the mind. Thank you. All right, must go back to work. Thank you. Enjoy your
Thank you,
enjoy your
Glitz.
outfits. Tell me how you like the party. All right,
you.
claps hands. Music bumps up to an insanely high level. Glitz just starts jamming out and continues waving bubbles out of the air and like stitching them onto this insanely complex like tutu leotard situation that is happening.
Okay.
Dig it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that was sort of useful. I don't know if we're gonna be. Does the. Do we think that maybe this person's set?
You think that you're not going to be able to talk to them before you have to catch.
Yeah, what time?
Yeah.
How soon is it till we need to get
You've
to
got like maybe an hour
that? Okay.
before you need to head over to the docks.
I mean, if we needed to, say, get rid of it safely in a way, that might be a contact. I don't think it's going to be a situation.
You would also, this is someone who might be able to help you. It does not sound like this would, based on the timeline of events, if this is a gem that she's had for ages and brings out like at this party, this is probably not the person who said it. Because
Oh,
it
okay.
probably came in the setting. Like,
Right.
she probably
Got
hasn't
it.
reset it.
Yeah. I think I was hoping to get a little bit more on what exactly happened, but I don't think we're gonna get that today.
I mean, it sounds like at least Glitz didn't have any hand in putting it together. At least.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, and if like she showed up for her fitting, put it on, like Glitz is not seeming to want to talk about the appointment, so I don't think we are really going to get any information about like
True.
what happened.
Yeah.
Very true.
When did she transition from being delightful to horrid?
Mm.
So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Again, you also know from what Fatal told you, this item and many of the magical items are things that she picked up during her career as an adventuress, which has been over for quite some time.
Mhm.
So most of those items, people around here are going to know as much about them as you guys do.
Yeah.
In order to find out more about specific items in her possession, you're going to need to talk to someone who's closer to her, which might be guests at the party or her husband.
Okay. We ready to go work a party? You all look fabulous.
you do too.
Thanks.
They're an amazing looking bunch.
What?
They're an amazing looking bunch.
Do
You need to take less pointers from Stuart. I think.
Do you need take one of these? Has hands him her magical vitamin C antacid thing. Just to see if maybe that'll settle you down. There's some ginger in there.
That sounds wonderful.
You pop on. After a few minutes, as you guys are sort of like wandering through town, heading your way to the docks, your stomach does start to settle. You seem to be okay.
Totally worth it.
It tasted great.
Okay. Let's talk plan as we walk.
Plan.
What's the plan? Guys.
Well, we should figure out first and foremost entrances and exits in case we need to make a quick departure.
Looks like there's one entrance and exit,
Okay.
according to the map.
Well, there
there are
assumption of no
windows.
windows there, so there probably is.
Okay.
I mean, they might be somewhere. So like, if we've got
Windows not to.
I was like, I said there are windows with such confidence. I was like, I should look at my map.
they're
and
not. I mean, they're not
determine
drawn on here, but I have to assume like a ballroom probably has some big glass windows. A kitchen has to have emergency ventilation
Or magical
That-
ventilation.
or magical ventilation.
I imagine the bathrooms have to too.
Yeah.
Magical and
The yeah. The many bathrooms.
important.
I should say I'm willing to help you guys out with this, but I will ask in return that you guys maybe help me out with what I'm looking for.
What are you looking for?
I'm like I said, I was interested in this.
Mhm.
Adira is not. Adira is a fake name. My understanding is that Adira is actually a tiefling known as Metal, and I'm trying to figure out why that they're at this party. The Countess is curious why they're there. If they're there, maybe as with another Fae family, or someone from the material plane, or something else entirely. I'm trying to find out who they are, what they're doing there.
Great.
Sus.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Thanks,
I'm happy to help you guys out with this if you can keep an eye out for
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adira, who's a tiefling.
Okay.
Okay. We can
First
do that
order of operations, I think, is going to be make contact with the husband.
Mm.
if we can.
Well, did Feifel say he was going to let him know that
Yeah.
we were?
A little discreet.
I think maybe the less he knows, the better. As long as he knows, if he knows what we're up to, then he won't like.
Yes, and if we want information that only he might
Oh,
have.
Yeah.
fair. Okay. So maybe one of us should talk to him.
We should talk to him. The most likely to also know stuff would be staff too. So casually inquiring with staff, maybe not giving up the bag with the staff, but inquiring after the lady's health and condition. And there's going to be some extremely gossipy people here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, anybody who seems like they have word vomit going, probably a primo target.
Okay. What's the information we want to know? Because to me, the only information I think we need is, can we get it off her?
I think we're looking for exactly how she has changed, because like just being grumpy about stuff could be a lot of stuff. So we don't want to like
Yeah.
accidentally.
But if it's messing with her magic or anything,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I would like to know that before
Yeah.
we get into it with her.
Okay. How has it changed her? Messing with. Ignore me. Sorry.
No, you're good.
More about the background, like where they got it from.
Because that's
That seems like something that the husband would know.
Yeah.
Yeah, any information you can find out about the diamond and where, where it's from, who made it.
Have we heard of Have we heard of her specifically? And have we heard of anybody else who was in her adventuring party? Like, have we heard the tales of what's her bucket? I can't remember her name. Oh my gosh. Zohana.
Zorhana.
Zorhana.
I don't know that any of you would have, outside of Verity, knows a little bit of her, just more because of her status in the Feywild. She would have been an adventurer, like she would have retired from adventuring like 60 to 70 years ago. You know, she is a Shadar-kai who is an elf. And she has been a socialite at this point for more of living memory than she has been an adventurer. Her adventuring days are fairly long past.
Okay. Okay. So, how has it changed her? Is it messing with her magic? And if so, how? And where did they get it? So, I think the servants would know how it has changed her, along with, you know, the husband. I think that's a general question we can ask the household staff and anybody who lives there. Is it messing with her magic? I feel like I don't know who we would ask about that.
I mean, her husband would notice if she's probably off. Maybe the servants, maybe her friends.
Okay.
And all we know about her magic is that maybe it's Maybelline.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
Maybelline. You know, she's got a lot of it. She was referred to in one of the texts, I don't remember which one that I read out loud, as an archmage. So you know she's high level.
Yeah.
To put it in layman's terms.
Big mage.
Big beefy mage.
Big mage. Yeah, so I think that is most of the recon we want to do, because we just want to make sure we don't get hurt by it and it is going to the place where it is supposed to be.
So
as
part
far
one,
as
go ahead.
Yeah, part one.
Part one recon.
Part two recon. How do we get it off her? Which might be answered through direct observation by sneaky people, or it might be through information from, I would assume, husband, or like if she's got a handmaiden or
like,
something like
has
that.
he tried to touch it, or has anybody else tried to touch it? I think is the big question.
Security might also know if it's down in the vault. Typically, somebody had to get it in and get it out and would have seen what it is. I don't know if we want to mess too much with security, though.
Do they have something they typically store it in?
Yeah.
Well, she's
Little
wanted
iron lockbox.
she's wanted to parties before, and it hasn't caused a problem, but it is now. So that makes me think that something is different between whoever it changed hands with. Something's it happened to it.
So who exactly has handled it in the last few weeks before it got to her?
Ooh, yeah.
And if that's different from...
If it was someone that wasn't normally handling,
Yeah.
Seems like a very weird conversation to have at a party with your client. Like you'd figure. Anyway.
I mean, there is going to be so much gossip going on. Like, this is going to be, frankly, very normal conversation. Like, we have a goal, but everybody else is just going to be drunk and having the same chats about, oh my God, did you know that she's got a stick up her butt now? What a crazy lady.
Okay, so we find all of this information. We need Theo. We need a plan. Don't worry, I'll get him stuck on there before next week.
Did we have Glitz make you a matching hat?
Yes, Theo and I are wearing matching hats.
You have matching hats, and there is a matching. Somehow, Glitz made a vest for a snake that doesn't just look like a tube.
Oh my God, Theo, you look so snatched. Okay, we'll find out about the sentience later. I'm gonna ask that guy about it, and then maybe we can recreate it.
Either way, this is the best night of my life until the next one.
Oh my god, I love you. Okay, anyway, we ask all these questions and then we gotta get back together again. I say we get together in a bathroom for old time's sake. You can ride the vents up.
Fine. The bathroom thing is just weird.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, great.
Look, okay,
I'm just rolling with the party.
I really want to redecorate the bathrooms.
You haven't even seen him yet.
No, my bathrooms.
Oh.
And I'm looking for inspiration. That's why I
Okay.
go into every bathroom. It's something I've been saving up for.
Okay.
Not me. I'm just a nosy bitch.
Okay.
People keep a lot
so-
of things under sinks.
Yeah, you're looking
Toilets.
at medicine cabinets. You're looking in Madison cabinets. Yeah, okay. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why we're
To
the
be fair, you
doppelgangers
need
today.
both. Okay, so why don't we give it an hour and then meet up upstairs in one of the bathrooms? Try to maybe divide and conquer and see, like, some people talk to the servants, some people
mean,
talk to the friends.
We can bump and mingle too. Like, do we have a method of communicating with everybody?
Who
I can talk
is-
to you.
I have
Yeah, I got
who has-
one.
I have message.
Me. I have message too.
Okay.
Okay.
I have an earring of message.
I believe I also
I
have.
Has one earring of message, so
Yeah, I'm gonna do
You
one
need.
of those things.
Here's the toilet one.
I also just have message.
It was in the.
But-
It was in the tank.
Exotic.
I like how it being in the tank just like absolves it of all. Like I hadn't considered that it wasn't from the tank.
I also sanitized it. You know, I put it in the little tray, and then I polished it, and then it like shakes. On
I mean, I've seen it, everybody else wearing it, so it's it's long past whatever toilet residue
run
was
it-
on it onto somebody else.
run it under the sanitizing liquid and the UV light after every mission,
Yeah.
just in
Yeah.
case.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's like, if I can pull my flask back out of it, this is nothing.
Amazing. Hate it.
Okay, so we're giving it an hour, and we'll sort of mingle. Should we? We also need to keep an eye out for Adrena.
Adira?
Adira is
Adira.
the cover name.
Sorry, my pen.
The metal is the actual name. It's
Okay.
Metal or med?
metal, METTLE.
By the way,
Oh, I get it.
something that just now kind of dawned on me.
I was like, how is that a virtue name? I get it now. Yes.
So, who here has maybe the slatiest of hands?
I hand you back your wallet.
Much higher than a +10.
I am extremely good at lockpicking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
On a scale, yeah, I was gonna say on a scale of 1 to 20.
11.
Yes.
Okay.
I am 11.
Yeah, it beats my +10.
I'm at 12.
Yeah. I'm 11 good at thieves' tools.
I'd say everybody who's not Gemma is pretty sneaky.
I got a +7.
and Gemma's
pretty good.
fine.
That's
yeah.
really good. Yeah.
Man, I think
That's pretty good.
even with the proficiency, I think I'm the weak one here.
Look,
I'm
we had
+6.
one character in Golden Vault who didn't dump strength, and we haven't seen them in a while. It's okay.
You got strength.
Yeah, I mean just the
You
sleight
got
of hand thing.
yeah.
But
I also. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
So I was thinking, at some point, if we do need to get this offer, maybe, just maybe, I can try to enthrall the people with some kind of performance, and while they're enthralled, maybe someone might come along and yoink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's the safest way to do it. We just got to make sure that we can touch it without repercussions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, before whoever who is gonna take it, then they think. Before you do,
Just establish
so
this.
before you do that, I may just want to cast a little non-detection on you, just in case there's some kind of magical foresight that she might have.
I fully support that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a good
Duly
idea.
noted.
How long does that last?
10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's when we're good to go. Yeah.
Wait.
I
Sorry,
also
I
might lend you Theo.
wow, I'm way off. Sorry, I misread 10 feet. It's 8 hours.
Oh.
Different.
So,
Different.
Yeah.
you want a non-detect right now?
No, probably.
Wait until we get inside, just in case security's weird. And
Like,
then
if they have any magical.
yeah.
It's like, why do you have no detection?
Well, apparently this is a magic fest, so we can wear armor and have ceremonial weapons.
We can. They did seem to have security that wanted to dispel disguisey stuff, and I don't know if non-detection falls under that. So,
Fair.
you know, I think we could get away with being like, "Ha ha, I'm drunk."
Yeah.
Casting a spell. Oh, sorry, that was a bad one. My bad. It's the fairy coke. My bad. I think we get away with it.
Has
once
anybody
we're already
tried
soothed.
fairy coke?
A long time ago.
Very gazes off into the middle distance, having a flashback to his misbegotten youth.
I'm partial to Crystal Pepsi.
It's Pepsi made of actual crystals,
Yeah, it
which
is.
is why you like it.
Yeah. It's kind of chewy, but you know.
Chewy. Okay.
As you have kind of had this conversation, been sort of making your way through the town, you have seen that the mist has started to rise, this beautiful, swirling, multicolored, shimmering mist, and you sort of have arrived at the edge of the lake. The orange sky has slowly turned into a swirl of yellow and purple, like an oil painting. The reflective mirror surface of the lake almost seems to glitter and shimmer under the starlight. You see the stars in the lake. You don't see them above you, but they're still somehow reflections. Feywild's weird, y'all. And you approach and you see that there are a bunch of other very beautifully dressed people sort of gathering at this lakeside. Standing in, some of them seem to be mingling and chatting. Some of them are kind of standing off on their own, checking their sending stones or taking selfies, things like that. Everybody seems to be, just based on the general dress and vibes, this seems like other guests who are waiting for their passage across to Paliset Hall.
Absolutely joining the selfies. It's like,
you
Oh yeah, it's us together.
Immediately this human man who is trying to get the good angle of it, like, it just immediately like warms up and he's just like, oh my god, yeah, and like offers to take like a ton of photos of you and like trades and whatever, like invites you and he seems
Let me see them.
absolutely.
it's a little fussy.
No, not that one.
No.
Not that one.
Oh wow,
Not that one.
this is amazing. I haven't. Oh man, this is my first time in the Feywilds. This is so exciting. But you must be here all the time. I can tell. Must be your scene. Oh, and the fashion. And like he's just like gushing over you guys. He is absolutely in full fanboy mode.
We'll hold court with him.
I mean, it's all right.
It's a Tuesday night. I mean,
a dryad sees that you've got your instrument strapped to your back, Huey, and comes over and kind of starts just casual conversation with you, asking about what kind of music you play and stuff. She seems to be very into music. She's dressed down a little bit from everybody else, not in a like crazy way, but just like is a little more subdued, a little more maybe on a budget than like the person whose entire dress seems to be carved out of a gemstone or something.
It's like, it's like Tommy Hilfiger where everyone else is wearing a Vera Wang.
Basically, yeah, like still absolutely fitting the dress code, and and she's a dryad. You can see she's sort of like bloomed her hair kind of specifically for the occasion, so she's got this beautiful cascade of flowers, and stuff like that. And she starts chatting with you about music and things like that.
Do any of these people look bored?
Just Taz.
There's Taz is channeling her absolute I'd like to die now into like model ennui. Like,
Yeah.
this is just
Yeah,
so-
yeah. No,
Perfect.
she's really nailing it.
Yeah.
In that regard.
There is a halfling who is kind of tucked over a little bit away from some of the groups. Doesn't necessarily look bored, but is definitely not really engaging with folks that much, seems to have like a little tiny pocket notebook and whatever, and is kind of like leaning back against one of the nearby buildings, like the dock house or whatever. And it's just like sort of like occasionally like scribbling down and then just kind of watching what's going on and scribbling down or whatever. Does not seem to be hiding what they are doing in any particular way, but is just sort of like being more observant than they are active.
Sloane's gonna kind of sidle up next to them, peer over at their notes.
Immediately snaps it shut and just is like, "Hey, you headed to the party?"
Yeah, are you covering the party?
Fuck, am I that obvious?
A little, just a little.
Like, it's not necessarily a secret, but I'm trying to not.
You gotta blend.
I don't want to talk to people. I want to write down what they're wearing so that I can report on it tomorrow. That's my job.
Sure. I think maybe just talk to people a little and you blend in a little more. Are you trying not to blend? I would think that everybody would want to come and talk to you to get their outfit in. What paper do you represent?
I freelance for a bunch of them. I went to school to do crime beat journalism, and I've been stuck on page 6 for like 4 years. I just want to do something that matters, man.
Yeah.
Does this really matter? Immediately starts going into the like jaded post-grad like ennui, and then kind of catches themselves and just I'm sorry. Hi. My name's Verano Honeywell. Nice to meet you.
Spell it for me.
Verano. Honeywell, like you would expect.
I like the notion of Sloane pulling out their own notebook to be like, "You gotta spell that for me."
This is one of the folks that's new this time.
Okay. Oh, Verano.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Ace.
Ace, nice to meet you. Sorry, I didn't mean to immediately get all, it's just, it's...
Yeah, it's a lot. It's overwhelming.
It's rough. It's a lot. I don't, if I was into, like, talking with people, I would have, like, gone out for, like, an interview job, and that's not what I want to do. I just want to cover the stories, man.
You want to observe.
Yeah.
You want to...
I'm really good at observing.
You want to glean.
Yeah, I just want to know things and share things with other people. I don't want to talk to them if I don't have to. Or at least not until I've got good questions for them. And I'm sorry, I can only ask, who are you wearing? So it's all glitz. I can tell it's glitz. You're wearing glitz. Points out immediately clock, and you can tell, like, just immediately clock, like, glitz, core, and like, just wait, and you can see the immediate difference in these two names that they are pointing out of, like, stuff that is clearly glitz design and something that is clearly from another designer. So.
Well, that must get really boring. Is this is your first time covering this event?
It's my first time on this one. I've done a lot of these kinds of parties, though. I've never gotten to do Paliset Hall. I mean, that's going to be exciting when we get over there. I've never seen this particular manor, so that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, you've got more of no, you're good. You got more of a research-based background. Why don't we warm you up a little bit? Tell me what you know about Paliset Hall and the residents.
I don't. You can read that. Like, you can look this up in a.
Well, yeah, but it's just to get you, ready to talk. You clearly doing all right, talking to me.
Flips back a few pages to their notebooks and starts rattling off what sounds like probably the equivalent of the Wikipedia bio of the Adulars.
Yeah.
So.
Good. Now you're warm. Okay. Now, tell me about. You clearly know the difference between glitz and core. Right? I didn't even notice until you pointed it out. So, how would you describe the differences between the two fashion designers?
What do you want? Did my editor send you to check up on me because he doesn't think I can do this, or are you fishing for something else? Nobody wants to talk about fashion like this unless they're actually in the fashion industry, and then they're not talking to a reporter. So what do you want?
I just wanted to talk to you.
Why?
You just seemed lonely and bored.
I gotta go make notes. Kind of like shuffles a few. It doesn't really like leave, but just kind of shuffles away and kind of just gives you this like slightly weirded out look, and then pulls out the notebook and continues writing. Keeps glancing over at you a little bit.
Taz walks past and is like, if you want to write about a crime, Cerulean was last year. Just keeps going.
Eyes get big. Immediately scribbling something down. Kind of like looking at you, a little bit dazed.
Perfect.
Great.
That was excellent. Good job.
Latest crime and murder at a party.
Taz is gonna
Journalist
so many
found dead.
You guys hang out here for a minute, and suddenly you see there is there's a stirring of excitement within the crowd, and you suddenly see this like shimmering mist. You know, like it's really new. There's a very specific concentration of it at the edge of the lake, kind of where this little like jetty dock extends out, and you see it kind of starts to swirl and form into a shape almost as the water sort of like parts a little bit and creates this sort of like cresting shape. And you hear music, like gentle string instrumental music starts emanating from this space, and the mist between these waves that have crested up dissipates as you see two horse-sized wolves step out of this space and take their places, one on either side of the dock. And behind them, materializing in the water, you see this like beautiful looking kind of ferry boat situation. It is decked out like a party boat. It's got lights on the sides. There is a string quartet. There is a full bar with a bartender like on this little ferry. This is not a large lake. I want to be clear. It's going to take you like 15-20 minutes max to cross it. But you see this ferry kind of materializes out of this space, framed by these waves that have sort of risen up and stilled with this like sparkling mist swirling around it. And these giant wolves, snow white fur, glacier blue eyes that are just piercing and almost seem to glitter in the dim light of the evening, flank the end of the dock where the gangplank is laid. And one of them says, "Honored guests, the Lady and Lord of Paliset Hall eagerly await your presence. Once your invitation has been validated, please walk to the end of the dock and jump onto the boat."
Jump? Do they mean literally jump?
We'll find out.
Hope you wrote that spell.
Okay. I did not.
I mean, there is actively a gangplank there that you could just walk onto.
Opal and Pearl are sharing an invitation, right?
Yeah.
You have two identical invitations that you're both trustable of you. Michael did a
say-
very good job.
Good. Just have us
They
walk
both
out.
say Opal and Pearl.
Yeah.
Opal or
Yeah, I
Pearl.
think we like
Yeah, Opal
and or Pearl. I think we like walk up together, looking very cool.
When we are not the first people on there.
Yeah, I was just
No,
saying, are you
absolutely
rushing?
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too
you
cool
s-
for that.
You see a handful of folks that are maybe a little too eager head up. Some of them seem to realize that they were too eager and then try to hang back. A couple people don't seem to care or whatever. A handful of people are just doing that very like just straight up ignoring what's happening. Like clearly no, but are trying to like play it cool, much like you guys are. That one human man who was helping take all the photos of you and was just like now your new fanboy, like started to head off right away and then like realized you guys and is trying to like recover, like he's cool, recognizing that maybe he was jumping it too much.
Good kid.
Definitely like is hovering near you guys, trying to not be weird about it, but like is definitely now like looking to you guys for cues because you seem to have it together.
What is your name, child?
Me?
Yeah.
Caden Lannis. It's my first time in the Feywilds.
Oh, so this must be where you. Oh, yeah. And the voice gone.
You can get it back. It's fine.
I bet this is one of your first times here, Pally.
Oh, yeah. No, I've always heard. I've always heard the Feywild is a beautiful place to find love.
Oh God.
It's a good place to find love in.
Is that different?
Yes.
At the same time.
Perfect.
You see a handful. One of the first people, or two of the first people actually, that you do see that get on are the Dryad, the one that was talking to you about music. She seems to just very unselfconsciously head over, nods. You notice that she does not show an invitation. The wolves just immediately wave her on. And alongside her is a kind of beefy looking, maybe half elf. Hard to tell in the dark, but a larger gentleman. Same thing, like walks in very close. He does flash an invitation. They don't seem to spend a whole lot of time looking at it. They kind of wave him on. He and the Dryad maybe seem to know each other, and the wolves seem to know them. But they just hop on and they immediately just go like take seats over on the side. Bunch of other people trickle their way up. When it's about the midway point, you guys feel like you've waited long enough that it's fine now. You all are able to casually make your way over. You present your invitations, and the wolves wave you on. I have to double check some of the thing. Great. A few more people come on after you, and then the wolves sort of like step, and they like steps that they're crossing their bodies to block, and they're like, "This will be enough for the first passage. We shall return briefly for another collection. If anyone is running late, they will be able to board the next boat. We will have 4 more ferries, and then we shall close passage for the evening, except by request to return." And you all set off across the lake. As you're sitting on this ferry, go ahead and make me perception checks.
I was expecting a con check just out of how we normally travel from place to
I've
place.
really traumatized everybody.
Passive perception is going to be better than any perception.
You
roll I
can't
do.
roll lower than your passive perception in this case. So,
Okay, cool.
if you rolled lower than your passive, give me your passive.
Okay, 18 is my passive.
18.
19.
15, because
15.
Dirty 20.
Great. Huey, Taz, and Verity, I'm going to say you're all close enough together. You all quickly look. Everybody kind of gets in. You're finding some places to sit or stand as this ferry starts to take you across. And you all very rapidly clock that there is a tiefling woman in a not like crazy floofy ball gown, but a little bit of a like fluffed out ball gown. With little spectacles perched on her nose, and looks like kind of has some sort of like gems and flowers situation woven around her horns to really go with the Feywild theme. She is standing over by the bar. She's the only tiefling that you have spotted so far in this crowd.
Outside of me, I guess.
So
I'm gonna jog the elbow, Verity's elbow.
Could be. I will approach her.
sure. Yeah, you walk over. I'm gonna roll it to her. As you get up closer, I'd like you to go ahead and make me another perception check. Again, can't roll below your passive.
Okay, I will take my passive then. 18.
As you get a little closer, you see she's kind of at the corner of the bar, which is also kind of by one of the sides of the boat. And so she's next to the bar, seems to be casually chatting a little bit with the bartender. Not crazy talkative, just, pleasantries. But she makes her way over to the side of the boat and is like leaning her arms kind of on the side of the boat. And as she does, and she occasionally, she's fidgeting with a ring that she has slipped onto her finger. It seems like could be just a fidget, but it seems really out of place that you would be playing with a piece of jewelry over the open water. And you wonder if there's something more specific to what that is.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
You certainly can.
I'm going to reach up, pull out some glasses,
Yeah.
and like tap on them, and then cast Detect Magic.
I assume the boat lights up like a disco
Yeah.
ball.
Yes, there is a lot of
Yeah.
magic here. Thankfully, again, you've had some experience in the Feywilds, and I'm going to kind of blanket say for everybody who has detect magic for this module, there is a certain level of everything's freaking magic in the Feywilds,
Yeah.
and you can kind of filter through. The thing you notice, it's not so much that you notice a particular school of magic. You kind of do, and I'll have to double check which one it is. I believe it is abjuration, but it's also that you notice that this abjuration seems to be like the photo negative version of the rest of the magic around it. It is still magical, but it is like the reverse magic.
I will go up to her and fancy meeting another tiefling here. We don't see a lot of us in the Feywild.
Oh, hi. No, it's yeah, I haven't really spent a lot of time around here, so it's a new experience. I wasn't really expecting to run into many other tieflings. I figured it was going to be a lot of elves and Eladrin,
yeah.
you know, that's especially at a, big fancy bigwig party, right?
Yeah, I'm only here. I'm with the Countess.
Oh, that countess?
Yes.
Oh, I've heard stories, which I won't repeat at risk of offense.
Some of them are true.
I'm sure. Usually, some of them are, right? Hi, I'm a Lady Adira.
Nice to meet you.
Wonderful. Is this your first time at a Paliset party?
First time at Paliset, yes.
Wow. Yeah. It's a lot busier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Well, from what I understand, they try to kind of fill up the.
Sure. I mean,
get a lot of people in.
From what I understand, the lady really wants to put on a good show, so you have to make it look like it's a show, right?
Yeah,
Everything's a performance these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, as you're sort of chatting and whatever, you see she's still kind of got her hand on the edge of this, and you're able to kind of glance down and look, and you see that this ring she has on, set in it is this like large rounded stone that sort of has sort of a gradient color fade and then a dark spot in the middle, and it looks so much like an eyeball.
Okay. I'll make a mental note of that.
And as you chat with her a little bit, the rest of you are able to mill around. You can get drinks at the bar, listen to the string quartet, or chat with your other partygoers. But as you crest across these perfectly mirror-smooth waters, propelled seemingly by this glittering fog that surrounds you, you pull up to the beautiful, shimmering purple-green grass of the great lawn. And you see in front of you a beautifully marble-paved courtyard with a fountain in the middle that flickers with magical lights dancing around it and dancing within it, creating a beautiful effect. And beyond that, the well-lit, glorious Paliset Hall Manor with all of its lower windows and doors open, radiating light to receive the party. And that, my friends, is where we will end this evening's session. Woo! Woo!
Exciting.
Yay!
Okay.
Thank you all for joining us for this first episode of Party at Paliset Hall. We will have 2 more sessions in this module. We will be back here next Monday at 7 Pacific for that. Before then, on Saturday at 6 Pacific, we will have another installment of Great Dane Society, our Call of Cthulhu actual play. They will be going for a couple more sessions this month, as will we. And then if you go to our website, you will be able to see our new summer programming that has been announced. We are doing Starter Set Summer School, where over the next few months, on Saturdays while GDS is on a break, and then hopefully on Mondays after Golden Vault wraps up, we will be playing through a whole sequence of various starter sets to show you different gaming systems, different plots, and feature a lot of our very fun players who you can see. You can hop into our Discord to learn more about that, or you can visit our website. Thomas did a really lovely job of getting the stuff that we do have set updated, and we'll be adding more and more over the next few weeks as we lock things down. Thank you for the bits that we received. If you are a patron, I think we'll be doing a brief After Dark where we are probably going to buy some more cards with the coins that didn't get used in preparation for just so many shenanigans next week. As always, if you liked this, or even if you didn't, if you can leave us a comment on YouTube, tell us what you did like. Ask me questions, either in the YouTube comments or the Discord. I'm happy to tell you about all the things that I did correctly from this module and all the things that I forgot about and had to retcon mid-game. That happened a surprising lot tonight. Oops, my bad. As always, though, just thank you all for being here. Patrons, will see you in the After Dark, and the rest of you, we will see you next time. Good night.